give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid.
For 27 years, I ain't going for 28.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd without fear. Got the homies, Robo of Less Face TV, and Just Chris Cypher. Well, I guess Chris Cypher of Just Chris Cypher, but you get the point. Welcome to episode 7 of the Nerds of Culture podcast. Yes, let's go.
That's seven, and we missed a week because of Thanksgiving.
Dude, we've been at it. We've been consistent.
What is happening?
That's 4. Wait, I've been on 4 of these already, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got a show for you today. As you would imagine, you're here for a reason. I imagine. I don't know, or maybe you are. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. But
they bumped into the link. Oh shit!
Yeah, there's like,
look at all these. We got a Puerto Rican here. We got a light skinned brother.
It's like, oh, well, I don't know, man. Wait. No, but are you? Because I mean, I heard. I heard.
Apparently, like my car got revoked the minute the locks got cut off. Like,
right.
Look, I'm in no position. I'm in no position to take anybody's card. Right.
Hey, you've been petitioning hard. You've been petitioning.
All I'm saying is, I just got more confused when the locks left. I was like, wait a minute. Oh man, I don't know.
And that's what happens with culture. That's what happens with culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what's what until they get clear signifiers.
I can't be a culture vulture if I don't have locks.
Fair enough. How can you complain if I'm outside the club? You can't even get in.
Hating from outside the club.
All I'm saying is that you lost your locks, and now everybody thinks you're Mexican. All right, so just calm down.
Damn.
Damn. I mean, to be fair,
do people think I'm Mexican? I'll rock it. I'll talk with the whole accent.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with being Mexican. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying I will talk with the whole accent.
You just can't say the N-word anymore. That's all.
Nah, he's like, that's been my whole life.
He's generating.
No. I'm actually filtering. Can't say this. Can't say that. No.
Like, wait a minute.
It's like, bro, take me offline real quick. I gotta say, roll a couple messages.
Connor Hex says, I thought you were saying, bro.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, we are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, wait. Can they see the tattoo from here? There it is.
Oh, yeah. Bring it in a little more. Bring it in. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Dude, my guy out here.
Nobody will ever accuse Cypher of being a casual.
No.
Now with that tattoo, it's like, bitch, you probably don't even want. Oh no, never mind.
You know what's even crazier though? Like, and this is a weird thing to be proud of and hype. The amount of time people stop me just to be like, yo, that's a dope tattoo. Any transaction, anything they see, like the sleeves roll up, be like, hey man, have a good. That's a dope ass tattoo. Like, appreciate you, fam. Go follow me at Just Chris Cypher real quick.
Yeah.
They never do. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean that random encounter of like, oh, you do YouTube? Like, yeah, check me out here, and here. Definitely. I never hear from them again.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I love.
I'm gonna wait for the day, like the day one person random, I don't know, says like, you look familiar. Are you just Christopher or just Chris something? And I'm like, that's me. You found me.
What do you love, Blerd?
No, I was gonna say I actually love the surprise people have on their faces because when you tell somebody you do something, like, because I've had experiences because I used to be in rock bands, metal bands, and I would always tell people that I was in them, and they'd be like, "Oh, right," And then like, then they would come like they would never come to the shows, and I'd be like, hey, you should totally come for the show, or you should come see this, or hey, check this track out, or we got this on YouTube or Spotify, whatever. And they would just never ever take me seriously. But what I think is funny is now that I'm doing like content creation, and sometimes either myself or my wife, she'll tell people about what I do, and when they do actually go like look it up, like it's like, oh, okay, oh, so now you take me seriously. I had to put it directly in your, because usually it's never them looking up, it's me pulling it up for them. Like you have to put it in front of them, because I feel like, especially in this day and age where we have so many people, and I blame the pandemic largely, because during the pandemic, before the pandemic, there were already a bunch of people that wanted to be content creators, but like during the pandemic, everybody damn near seemed like they were trying to become a content creator. And it became more, or I put it this way, it became less looked down upon.
Right. Well, here, let me be Left Face TV for a second.
Let's go. Cook. Let him cook.
You got to do a turn.
Yeah, let's see with his flip. So
it's like, there you go. There you go.
But here's the deal. Let me tell you what that's about real quick. That right there is the poison of capitalism. It is nothing you do is worth doing unless it makes you money. It can't be about what you love to do. If I tell people like, hey, so you're out of the Air Force now, like what do you do? I go out on to sidewalks and I draw pictures with chalk. And people are like, oh. I'm like, yeah, I just do like chalk pictures. I'm like, oh, but what do you do for a job? Like, I just do that. And then when they see that you got, 2 million subs and you're the next Banksy of, now it's cool because now it makes you money. Now it gives you power or whatever. But nothing is worth shit unless it makes you money. But that's all I'll say about that.
Though, I'll say, Blerd, for you, like, I haven't had that experience yet, because the minute I say like, oh, I'm a YouTuber or whatever, like, and they pull my stuff up, right? And they see the subscribers, like, yeah, that makes sense.
Ernie's story. I know Ernie well enough to know it wasn't a flex, but it was a flex anyway.
It was a flex.
It was like, but then I don't get the respect until I show them my numbers. Like, I know it was like very regular, matter of fact. But for us, we're like,
that's flat.
must be nice.
Well, because you gotta add the supplemental information. Well, I like technically just started this new channel. I should do this, and now I mean, I'm not consistent, honestly. But if I were,
well, it is funny though. It is something that's kind of funny to me though, because people don't think about it in any kind of serious fashion unless they see that, like, you're just showing the hell out. And it's kind of sad. Like I still have not to get too much into my own business, but I have a yearly doctor's visit I go to, and every year that motherfucker asks me the same question. He's like, so it's still doing good for you, huh? I'm like,
that's boomer shit right there.
Yeah, no, because he is a whole ass fucking boomer. But
next time I see him, he's gonna be broke for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%, no, 100%. Yeah. He's like, so you literally just get to just sit at home and make videos all day. I was like, well, I don't just get to. I mean, because I always have to explain to him. I was like, it's not like me just sitting there and doing nothing. I mean, I'm reading. I'm looking stuff up. I'm cross-referencing, stuff, and like a lot of people don't realize that's a lot. Like I think Cypher got a taste of it today when I was telling him how busy yesterday was for me, and when I was talking about how, like, man, it was hell yesterday, and some of you, if you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about because I put it out earlier, but to do that one video, I had to read the comic. Reread the comic, skim it again to make sure I didn't miss anything and, you know, make sure I hit the high notes, but also be like, hey, let me dig in here and see if I can find any nuggets that might be of interest to anyone watching the video, and then try to incorporate them in there organically. And then when I do this, make sure that those nuggets that I'm, you know, throwing in there, that I actually have evidence to back up these things. Because, you know, it's one of those things, like, you can't just say shit. Well, I don't know. You can just say shit on the internet, but you know what I mean. You can't just say shit on the internet without having some kind of way to back it up. So for me, I like having receipts. So that's why I'm always like, okay, let me make sure. And if I can't find any evidence to back it up, I just won't say anything about it and just leave it alone. Like, and then on top of that, I have to edit the video. I have to make sure all the images are there. No one does this shit for me. It's a 100% me operation. And I also have to post it and promote it and all this other stuff and, you know, yada, 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 whoop-de-woo, whatever. It's like, I mean, yeah, it may seem like difficult work, but imagine doing that on top of putting out several tweets over the last 24 hours, some of which that have slick gotten over 1,000 likes apiece, and then trying to respond to all those people as much as you can. And then reply to those responses, and then reply to responses on other tweets that did half as well. It's like, that's a lot of shit for one person to do in one day. And it seems like first world problems, I would imagine, but trust me, it's a thing.
I just want to say real quick, that 1,000 like one, that's a flex.
That was actually
I'm here for it though. I like it.
that was technically a flex, but no, the thing was, like, I literally, like, it sounds like such a pain. It sounds like like such a thing to be complaining about. Like, oh, look at bitching about getting. Right. But no, it's like there's a lot. It takes a lot. Right. It's not easy. It's not. And honestly, if everyone could do
here's
it,
the thing though,
everyone.
If you did it for another company. If you did it for, like, oh, I'm the social media manager and video producer for Microsoft, and if you go to Microsoft.com, I do all the tutorial videos. Now it's respectable. Now it's like, damn.
Oh yeah.
But if you do it for yourself, if you do it because you love it and you work for yourself, unless you've made it, then it's not respectable.
No, not at all.
You know what? You know what I say? Like pre-pandemic, I'll say this much though. One thing that the code. One change in the culture that I saw when it comes down to like content creating is that before the pandemic, people used to criticize, like, especially like the successful, you know, content creator, like, oh, this person is making X, Y, Z. They need to try getting real jobs, see how they fit. So then after that pandemic, and everybody wants to be some type of content creator, and they failed, they stopped saying that shit on Twitter to go get a real job. Like, they understand how hard it is. However, they try to downplay, like, saying that's not respectable enough and stuff like that. Especially if they don't think that your subscriber won't translate to anything. You know what I mean? Like,
no, 100%.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure. Well, Robo can relate to me in this. You know what I mean? When people say, like, you can have a good rapport with somebody, all of a sudden they're like, yo, what's the sub count? And then you saw
like Katt Williams comment.
That too, I saw that too. No, I saw that too. No, I was laughing at Manny. Manny had a 199 super chat said, "People think my Totoro tat is a bunny." So full disclosure, I think that's also well, not that part of it, but I think the Totoro part is actually pretty awesome. My my daughter Cersei literally just got into Totoro to my neighbor Totoro. No, she don't know, but she now knows who Totoro is. Like, she's seen the movie now. Like,
that's awesome.
She's watched it like several times now since she discovered it, and she's That's
what it is. Well, if you discover Studio Ghibli stuff early, you become addicted. There's no in between. Like if you discover it before the age of 12. That's it. They have you for life. Whatever they put out, you're gonna watch. After the age of 12, I don't know. You just can't get into it.
Well, I will say this. She's
Studio
not
Ghibli.
Yeah.
I like Studio Ghibli,
No, but I'm saying, like, right now, when it comes down to like people's introduction to it, like if anytime I talk about Spirited Away, right, one of the greatest animes ever made.
Also, Cersei's favorite.
Anime, I think it's the only one that has ever won, like, I think an Oscar or some
I believe so.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the pigs and shit? Like the
big pig?
Yeah, the big pigs.
Where the parents get turned into pigs.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then
Mr. No Face.
Trying to recommend that to somebody who is under the age of 12, immediately, just by the art style alone, they're like either get turned on, put off, or since it's not a shonen anime, you know what I mean? It's not big punchy anime with the bigger the punchy, the it's the protagonist, and that's how you solve all your problems. People get put off.
Yeah.
But like people are like people under 12, when you introduce, they immediately whatever Studio Ghibli puts out, they'll eat it up. You know what I mean? And you might yeah, I mean, at least in my experience, when it comes out, you should watch Spirited Away.
I'm with you. I'm just saying, I'm with you. I'm not even saying you're wrong. I just know that I had never seen one until Maneater like had me watch them, and that like Spirited Away and the Flying Castle, and then like
House of Castle.
Would you have watched it? Would you have watched it if it wasn't because of Maneater wanted to watch it, like or like recommended, whatever they go for, however that transaction happened? Like if you were like scrolling through like Crunchyroll or Funimation or whatever it is.
I know, but you said when you bring it up to somebody, like it was brought up. I didn't watch it for her. I said, oh yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I think if you had told me about it, I would have still watched it.
Okay, cool.
But I'm with you. Like I would, I to your point though, if I was scrolling through Crunchyroll and saw it, I'd be like, that looks like a little kid thing. But if one of y'all said, nah, that's just pretty good, then I would have been like, okay, let me check it out then.
Yeah.
I got you.
Real quick though, because I don't want to lose any of this because we're getting some super chats in.
Yeah.
Black Century King said, "Hey Ernie, is my super chat that went and actually he said went missing last Blerd Cave. I actually found it, so we're gonna address that too." Says I was bringing up the fact that Beast Boy was being sacrificed like both Wally's. Like Wally and Dick to make sure that not the Titans but any other character surpass the moneymakers. No, you're not wrong. Because DC, what they like to do, first off, they don't like legacy characters. Let's just go ahead and keep it 100. They don't like people to remember that there are other characters that exist outside of Bruce Wayne and Diana Prince and Clark Kent. If they do, then they know they're going to lose some money. Or it's not that they know they're going to lose some money. They're afraid they're going to lose some money. So, yeah, that is why, despite the fact that Wally West was everyone's Flash for the better part of 25 years, that is the reason why everyone still hangs off of Barry Allen's dick. I know so many people who will sit here and tell you with a straight face that they grew up reading Barry Allen, but if you actually like dig a little deeper, like ask them some questions, you'll find out real quick. No. They were reading Wally West. They just thought it was Barry Allen.
Yeah, memory's a bitch sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, no, dude, trust me, because I was the same way, because I grew up with the old Flash live-action TV show, and that had Barry Allen. So I just assumed that every time I read Flash, it's Barry Allen. It wasn't until I got older that I realized, oh, shit, that was actually Wally I was reading at the time, despite the fact they were pushing Barry, even though Barry wasn't even fucking around. And then Nightwing is never going to get his shine because, well, he just ain't. It just ain't going to happen. So
I mean, they've tried a couple of times, right? It's kind of one of those things where if it don't sell, it don't sell.
Well, it's not even that. It was so when they did it with Nightwing, they really didn't even give him a chance to cook. I actually laughed because someone pointed out the other day that Jace Fox got more issues as Batman than Nightwing did.
Damn.
The more recent Black Batman, he has had more issues as Batman.
And you know he's black because his whole face covered.
Oh, well, no. He stopped that. He actually stopped that after a while. He let the face out after a while. But it was also funny, too, because at first...
Gordon shot him.
Well, no, it was funny because at first... he had like the goatee, like the facial hair, and then eventually he shaved it off. I was like, this actually makes him look different. But then they took it off because I guess it was too weird for other people. Yeah. But it also didn't help that his mama and his daddy were gunning for his ass, not knowing that he was Batman. But yeah,
a goatee coming out the bottom. That sounds dope.
And,
that.
And Infinite Crisis Part 1, the animated movie, they I think it recently dropped. I saw a clip. I need to watch. Just because of this clip, I need to watch the movie where during like the merger and stuff, I guess adult Robin meets Bruce, and Bruce is like, oh, Bruce, this and that, yo, it's crazy. I'm almost the same age as you. He goes like, who are you? Like, do I know you? He's like, oh, I'm Robin. Well, in my universe, my Batman got me from XYZ, this and that, flying graces, and you took me in as a kid and, you know, taught me how to fight crime. And Batman goes like, that seems incredibly irresponsible. That scene alone, I was like, I gotta watch this movie, because even Batman realized that Batman ain't shit. Like,
dude. But it's true. It's true.
Facts.
Also, I do want to point this one out just because I thought it was funny. I saw someone, there's actually a couple of things I've seen brought up in the chat. Dragoon said, you ain't allowed to flex for yourself if you build it, you build it yourself. Damn. But beginning back,
I felt like that had to be a typo. I feel like that's the time to flex. You built that shit yourself. That's when you can flex, right?
But no, the best thing, like people.
No. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say, but no, that you should. But the thing is that, but if you do, people will call you cocky. Like people, they'll always put the asterisk on it that you were too cocky.
Think about it this way: if you start saying, "Bro, I did this show by myself. I did XYZ," people are like, "Look at this arrogant motherfucker." Now switch it and say like, "Bro, I work over here. I work 120 hours a week." People are like, that's a respectable man right there. He works 120 hours for a company. You don't do that because you're left face and you got some sense.
Over on the Twitch side, Connor Hawk says, Katt Williams said Blerd stole his opinion on Storm.
You know what? He's right. I don't want no smoke from Katt. I'm just gonna go with it. No, real quick. I haven't addressed this yet just because it says, hey, this is Jamal Sims with $5. Says, hey, what's your guys' opinion on the Star Wars Rey franchise and Deadpool 3 rumors? I don't know too much about what's going on with Deadpool 3. However, what I will say is if what I understand about it is to be true, I saw some people talking shit about the fight choreography on Deadpool 3, which to me seemed weird because it seemed fine. It was
all right.
It was
like what do they think? What do they think the raw, no post production, no special effects, no cut? What do they think? What do they think the fights look like otherwise?
I think it's actually Wolverine and Deadpool fighting.
Also, I think people don't understand that when they do those fight scenes, they're never going like full tilt when they're filming it. They speed the film up. And the reason what should let you know this is back in the day when Jet Li used to still like be actively making martial arts films, they used to have to slow that motherfucker down. And they say the same shit about Bruce Lee. They said they were too fucking fast.
I think that with Jackie, actually. With Jackie, especially when he was on his own stunts, they said like they used to have to follow him with the cast where he was like, doing all his leaps or XYZ.
Because if they actually moved as fast as what you think they are moving when you actually see the finished product, the picture would be too blurry. It would not be watchable. And I think people don't
they'd be tired as fuck for their lines too.
Yeah. That's it's like having a backing track.
God damn.
Everything from me.
Hold on. No, wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm gonna destroy you. You want to just talk about this out? Like,
look, he said something. All that for just a drop of blood. Woo. Okay,
that reminds me of a comment that I got in one of my videos. He said, well, he was a super soldier. He could definitely do it all day. That's that Royce, baby. Somebody put a comment on my one of my videos like, hey, by the way, the loop doesn't make sense because where did the third guy even come from? Like, the third guy shouldn't even be in that video because it's a video of two persons. And I'm like, I play all three characters, dumbass. And exactly. I was like, do you actually thought there's a third individual?
Do they not know how this works?
Imagine catching that with a cell phone camera half a mile away on top of a hill.
Man.
Bro, if
he's not even talking to anybody.
If you see what the raws of my engagement video looked like, it's secondhand cringe before you put it together. Especially like when me and staring into space. That's it. That's what it looks like. No music, no nothing, no
Yeah.
dubs, nothing.
Chris, you better watch out, man. Cat might be up here talking about you stole those jokes next.
Also, I thought he was talking about my fiance. Like, what? What does she has to complain?
No. Also, and I will say this. This one I actually think is funny because I'm kind of in this boat too. Baloney just said, someone tell Just Chris to eat his own words. I saw my first Studio Ghibli movie at I was 28. I think I was like 20. No, actually I take that back. I saw my first Studio Ghibli movie was Princess Mononoke. And I was like 17, 18.
Why is he telling? Why is he saying someone tell him? He just told me. Like,
he's like, no, it's not the same. It's not the same.
No, I want one of y'all to tell him.
Okay,
yeah. I got you, man.
I saw it in my late 30s. You know what I think though? I get what you're saying. I'm just saying. I just think that there are more people out there than you think that probably would still enjoy it. You know.
Okay. I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not like a definite like something in your brain automatically switches off. I'm just saying when it comes down to like when people come to me like for anime recommendations stuff like that, every time a Studio Ghibli gets brought up. And I've seen people, right? And I could tell you at least 10 people at the top of my head. Granted, this is just obviously within my own circle. That the minute you recommend something, and if the first 5 minutes something doesn't have, they'll turn it off and they'll be like, that shit is whack. And then those same people later, those same people will come back to that one thing. Hell, now I think about it. This has happened with gaming and one person in particular. Yeah, I mean, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to try this shit. This shit's whack. They give it another shot later on. They're like, yo, where the fuck this shit been all my life? And I'd be mad as a motherfucker. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Also, I just want to put something out here. This is True Monarch Trav said this. Said what Blerd does is known as journalism. He uses research, points, counterpoints, history, interviews. I do actually. I've actually cited interviews a lot of times on my video. Like a lot of times, like when I have stuff to say and I'm like, I'm gonna say something, but I know y'all won't believe me unless I show you where I got it from. And I'll say, I got this from a interview. Like there was some stuff I said a ways back about Kieran Gillen and his thoughts about, people's theories on the finale of Sins of Sinister. And I literally pulled up an interview and said, this is exactly from the creator. If he says that it's not true, then shut the fuck up. But no, I do. I try to have integrity when I do my videos. If I say something out of pocket, I'll come back and be like, yeah, I was wrong. But yeah.
You better than me. I was like, first of all, trust me, bro, that's my source.
Yeah. I mean, well, and to take it, and let's take it into that spectrum, because because Katt Williams has been brought up a few times. I'm assuming everyone has seen the Katt Williams interview. I feel like it's kind of difficult to not have seen it.
I saw the Katt Williams interview. I saw Ricky Smiley's respond. Everybody's responding.
Oh yeah.
There's a part 2. Katt Williams goes somewhere else, and I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one. I don't know he goes somewhere else. I saw him run though.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what's funny? I feel like the thing about Katt Williams is that, like, I remember there was a time where people stopped taking him seriously because he got sprung on by that kid.
Kid, yeah.
15-year-old. But to be fair, that 15-year-old looked like he was 30. Like, that kid,
no. That dude.
That kid was like they were playing football, and he did not like. I could see how that somebody's 15-year-old could piece you up. You know
100%. I just thought it was hilarious because I was just like, bruh, like, I was like, that kid probably would have whipped my ass. So I ain't gonna sit here and laugh at Katt. But no, it doesn't make Katt any less right. It doesn't make Katt any less right about some things that he said. Now, some people think that a lot of the stuff he said was very mean-spirited, but I mean, honestly, I just kind of took it as it was just a dude just relaying the facts as he knows them. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have any reason to lie because, I mean, when you think about it, every single person who Katt Williams brought up, with the exception, and once again, with the exception, I want to make sure I'm clear on this. With the exception of people like, maybe I could make a case for a Steve Harvey. I can make a case for a Steve Harvey being more relevant than Katt Williams, if just by virtue of the fact that but just by virtue of the fact that Steve Harvey, mind you, is just in more places. Yeah, he's got talk shows and books and podcasts and appearances, and he just kind of shows up everywhere. So yeah, I would say, okay, yeah, probably out of everybody. And you can make a case for Kevin Hart because he still makes movies, and I think he occasionally does comedy specials and stuff like that. But for the most part, pretty much everyone else he talked about, in a roundabout way, he was kind of punching down a little bit because some of those folks aren't half as famous as he is, but he also is very matter of fact about the fact that these people are not half as famous as he is, which is why he is saying which is why some of the things he's saying hit the way I feel that they do, if that makes any sense.
But none of these things that were brought up were brought up for nothing. You know what I mean?
No, they were responses.
It's not like it's not like this dude came on and said, all right, what shitty comedian am I gonna shit on now? Like, nope. Like they would either say some shit that he didn't like, or he hit back. There's a couple things where they responded and said, well, that's not exactly true, but like Cube's response, we got that set up, if you want to watch that. But Cube's response was, I heard the whole response, and really it was it was like, okay, so I heard the end of it. So Katt Williams told the truth then. That's what
No, it's also like I think the only time that I could say, that I was like out of pocket in for Katt Williams was when and not because it was Jonathan Majors, but when he was talking about his features.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So he went he said some again, this is excluding everything about
I know what you're talking about.
So he called him out, he called it for his features and stuff like that, and he's like, I forgot what he called them.
His Afrocentric features, but I didn't get the context about it. I didn't understand what he was trying to say. You were clowning on those dudes because you would always talk about how they ugly, but then you have a dude come up here and he has those same features and you love him. But I didn't understand what he was trying to say.
No,
what was the accusation?
I think the way how that came up about it, how girl you saw how this is what Katt Williams said, how she went to go save that slave man, blah blah blah. So he was trying to point out that the Hollywood has a cabal and they'll put you there and they'll take you off there the minute you go off script, right?
So you're saying that they were trying to say that they only liked and they said, hold on, let me finish my damn question. Are you saying that they only liked he was saying they only liked Jonathan Majors because he was in the cabal, like he was part of the system?
Hollywood did this, so he's like, that's not an ugly man, that's not a good looking man, blah blah one. And then Hollywood told
they would talk shit about the other people because they weren't in that. Okay, I guess
exactly. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I follow you on that one. I guess let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of these as well. Hey, Robo, real quick because I forgot to start this shit when we got started. What was the name of that app that you sent me?
Which one? To
keep stuff on top.
Yeah. It's just called always-on-top-.
Got you. I need to actually just make it a shortcut and be done with it. But
it just sits on my desktop.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna just do that now. It's what, control space?
Control space. Yeah. Once you're in the window.
Yeah. There you go. Shit. Cool. There you go. It's doing the thing it needs to do. Because I lost the window earlier. If there was a look of panic on my face earlier, it's because a window,
shit.
a window went away. I apologize, y'all. Anyway, we're gonna take a look at one of these videos here. I guess which one do we? I guess we just want to start with the beginning, and then I don't know if we're gonna have time to get through all of them because we still got the other stuff to get into, the toxic fandom stuff.
Yeah.
Where should we start?
Here's a link. Here's a link right here. Check this out. That's on that whole thing is about Jonathan Majors. So.
Oh no, I'm talking about just the stuff you sent me.
Yeah. So this one, there's a part of Jonathan Majors in there. I think this one will have more of it.
God damn it, Robo.
Oh, do you want to? Would you rather
I
be
had
a fire?
I had the other ones already queued up. I just wanted to know which
okay.
one.
Just go ahead. Do the Jonathan Majors one.
Okay, cool. There you go. I'm gonna pull that up, and I will bring y'all on for that one. I'll share my screen, and hopefully nothing bad happens. Let's see here.
You came to conquer, and they take you down in 2 weeks. That's it.
I mean, that's what they do. I gotta find this because apparently it is a thing.
I'll be 32 seeing my first Ghibli film. I haven't seen it yet.
God damn it. That is so weird. Okay, let me move this out of the way so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Apparently, it is not wanting to find it.
And yeah, Jerome, it's the Shannon Sharp interview. By the way, I love how he started that shit. Hey, one of the greatest, blah, 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 this and that, man. I'm happy to be here. Man, he goes like, man, first of all, fuck everybody you chill with. They be lying. let me tell you.
I mean, he wasn't wrong.
But that was like the best intro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude came out swinging. Although when he said that he reads 3,000 books a year when he was a child, nonfiction.
And never touched a drug. Come on.
Never. I was like, come on, bro.
I don't know about all that, but I mean, hey, if he says it to be true, if he says it to be true, I am willing to go with it.
He didn't say that weed is not a drug. It's just a plant. It just grows like that. And if you so happen to set it on fire, that's like my favorite bit of Katt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, this thing's being weird. Anyway, it's not letting me share it with y'all. Anyway, here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna play it, and you guys will just be able to follow along with it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Is what it'll be, and we'll all be sassified once it all comes and goes. Let me move this back over here just so I can see what the fuck I'm doing, because got too many fucking plates that I'm spinning. Let's go to Shazam. There it is.
Boom.
And do I have PC audio? Yep, there it is. I'm glad I checked that.
My dumbass was like, that's not the Shazam, man.
This guy.
And I'm there when I start. Why would I deviate from that?
Right.
Remember, my goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole.
Not the virgin asshole.
I never had sucked a penis. That was my only goal.
Shannon looks so
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, you can't.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
I love how oh my god. Okay, yeah. That I know why Shannon looked pressed, because he thought his shit, he was thinking about the sponsors. He was thinking about the sponsors. Soon as Katt started talking about oral sex and and getting his booty busted, he was like, oh man, he's like, oh shit. he's like, well, there goes 2 of my sponsors this week.
Meanwhile, it's his highest view video ever. I think it's like the highest view interview on YouTube.
It's gonna be. He's not gonna be able to top that.
No, but you know what I can see happening? I could easily see this turn into like because Club Shay Shay, I feel like it's basically like what I feel is a better alternative to
The Breakfast Club?
no, like DJ Vlad. Like, yeah, because like we're like I say it mostly just because Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp's conducting interviews. DJ Vlad, he conducts interviews. But like I feel like where DJ Vlad is incredibly disingenuous with his interviews, and he interviews very specific people, so he can ask them very specific questions that are strictly for which I mean that's his job. He's supposed to be making content, but they are very exploitative questions. Whereas Club Shay Shay, I feel like it's just 2 motherfuckers talking, just shooting the shit, and because I feel like DJ Vlad, those interviews could get motherfuckers put in jail sometimes. Depending on who the interviewer, or not who the interviewer is, but who the interviewee is. And a lot of people out there just telling themselves. And DJ Vlad just like, yeah, man, keep it rolling.
Right, snitch.
He's like, yeah. No. Keep talking.
Carter said Vlad's a fucking scumbag.
Oh no. DJ Vlad. No. That's okay. First off, that is the truest thing that has ever been true. But no, he is a scumbag. And I remember there was a time where like DJ Vlad stuff used to always come up on my timeline, and I would sometimes watch it just out of curiosity, depending on who he was talking to. But the second he was talking to somebody who had like a case against them, or like or somebody starts talking about some heinous ass shit that either happened to them or they were a part of or whatever, I can automatically see Vlad going into like to Uber Vlad mode, and I'm just like, yep, I'm out. I'm done with this. Moving on. But yeah, nah, he's a fucking scumbag. Dude knows what he's doing. But no, it was I mean, to be fair, YTube noob isn't wrong. Grace Jabari Sylvie proved his theory to be true, kind of. I mean, they did have that motherfucker running. They did have Jonathan Majors running down the street like once again on some Resident Evil shit. I thought the motherfucking Nemesis was chasing his ass. He was running so fucking fast.
Just Jill.
No, just Jill. Look, Jill was the real monster the whole time. The whole fucking time. But no, I don't know if it's anything to go by. And I think it is. Personally, I just feel like you really can't. I don't think, I'll be the first one to say, I don't think everything Katt Williams said was like 110% true. I'm pretty sure some of it was just, because perception's 9/10 of reality.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm sure there were some things he said that weren't as true as he probably would want you to think they are.
Like what? You just talking about in general, or
just in general, nothing specific. Yeah. I'm not saying that like he was up here telling lies the whole time, but no, I can't help but get the feeling that there were probably at least maybe one or two things he might have said that were, I don't know, maybe just not even saying that they weren't true, but maybe not as true as he thought they were. Right. Maybe there was more to it than what he said. Maybe. But when it comes to joke stealing, he has receipts.
100%.
He has receipts. That motherfucker has receipts, and I don't think he lied about any of that shit.
Right. There is one part that I don't think that he's being like completely honest about. There's this thing that I know that like a lot of dudes do, like just dudes in general. I would do it if I was in this position, where it's like, look, I'm gonna give like a little bit of a hot take. I think that sometimes it's okay to be to admit you being envious. Sorry, I'm late. I'm glad I made it. Get those likes up. Yeah, that's what's up. It's okay. It's okay to admit when there's envy, right? It's you got to ask yourself why you're being envious, right? And sometimes you watch somebody make it, and you go, that motherfucker's a slime, like a scumbag.
Yeah,
100%. That dude is. I saw him cheat. I saw him pick the easiest way every time, and he's making millions now. And I think that kind of hate, honestly, I think that's legit. I don't. They try to call it hate, but if you're just talking about success, right? But that's not what Katt Williams was doing. A lot of people are saying that Katt Williams is hating and that he's jealous. But here's the one thing that I think that he's not being honest about. The reason why I said all that. Look, most of the like you said earlier, a lot of the people he was talking about are people who are doing their thing already, especially when you're like talking about Steve Harvey. Now, while he's gonna say jealous for what, and it's like okay, well, time out. You could be, it's not jealousy like man, I'm only mad at you. No. What he's talking about is he is mad. And there probably is a sense of jealousy there, but not jealousy for nothing. Jealousy because he knows he's a piece of shit and he's still made.
Oh, yeah.
You know
it's not jealousy because he's better. It's not because he's better. Like he perceives. Well, and I'll throw you one better too. I think it also has a lot to do with the fact that if you go back and look at it, you look at some of these things that like he was talking about, like case in point, the joke that Cedric the Entertainer stole from him specifically. If you go back and look at the timelines, we got him right here. And here, as a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do this now. Hold up.
I had your car radio up so loud that you couldn't hear the damn thing when it cut off. It looked like this. You flossing in a shit converted.
But then, like, if you go from there, and the
receipts, that's 98.
That was 98.
That was 98.
So then you go to this.
We were driving space shuttle. We grew up driving long cars. We were driving space shuttle like it's a 72 deuce and a quarter. And then we get us a cigarette. We get us. We be in a space shuttle, nigga, like it's a 72 deuce. Nigga, we get us.
Sir Yuri G just nailed it.
Yeah.
It is the same thing that Katt was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. All he did, he changed the spaceship instead of a car, changed the song. He added a little bit of his own pantomimes in the movements, but they were basically Katt's movements. It was the same fucking joke.
I will tell you this much real quick. In all fairness, when we played that clip, it reminded me the one clip I did forget to grab. Cedric replied.
Really?
Cedric said straight up this is not true, that he's been doing that joke for 14 years prior to that, and yada yada yada. But here's the thing: there is such a thing as like accidentally telling the same kind of joke. But
I was just about to bring that up.
There's so many things, right? But here's what I'll tell you: even if we like, I would still need to see those other jokes, because jokes evolve. And there's no way that you're going to tell me that those two are as similar as they are without that a joke evolving from looking at that. You know what I'm saying?
So hear me out, right? And here's my 2 cents of when I'm writing jokes or when I'm like.
Because for anybody who doesn't know, Chris does stand up. The comedy is just a fact of because you're a comedian, and you've done stand up gigs and all that shit in shows.
Exactly. So I'll tell you this much, right? When there's been a couple of times where I've been writing down jokes, right? And then for the most part, like let's say when I'm driving to work or something, I'll listen to like comedy, just have it autoplay on YouTube, and then I'll hear like a joke that is eerily similar to something that I've already written, and it's one of those things where it's like, have I heard this one before? And I'm either subconsciously recalling this, or is it just, is it just me? Because a lot of comedians, right? Our jokes comes from our own experience, our own life experience, and we got to remember that a lot of us have lived similar lives. You know what I mean? Or have similar experiences, right? Now, here's the twist though, because in my first ever stand up and one of my most running sets is the one that I call Manage Your Expectations. There's a joke in there about someone breaking in and me cocking a fake gun and my girl yelling like, "What you gonna do is fake," right? I saw a comedian that had a similar joke about it. Yeah, I mean, the break-in, everything. Here's where you know if the joke would have been stolen or not. If the mannerism, the acting, you can only. Not a lot of people can replicate that unless they're like actively taking inspiration from you. What Cedric did in that stand-up, like, you can't tell me that. To me, like, I believe in I believe Katt that the joke was stolen, because everything, the movement, there was some Cedric mannerism in there, but the entirety, when I say a good like 88%, 90%, of it was like, okay, that's Katt. Especially if you had that frame of reference, or if you're like a diehard Katt Williams fan, so you've been following his early work, you'd be like, this shit look a little too familiar. And that's where you should know if the joke was stolen or not. If you start saying like, oh shit, when that looks familiar, then that's where you have a problem.
well,
you know what? Sometimes the chat is like Reddit. The chat is like Reddit. The real jokes in the comments.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. I fucking love it. Well, I just want to say real quick. This is from Stephen Gill with the 499. Says it's Mark. It's the Mark Curry disrespect for Potato Head for me. Which here's the thing that got me on that one.
We got that clip too.
Yeah, we got it. Here's the thing. I was a guy who grew up loving Mark Curry because I just thought he was funny. Dude was a funny guy. I hate he never got his. I hate Mark Curry never got his propers. Like he did have like I mean, it's not to say that he didn't get a little bit of fame.
We know his name.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like we know his name. He did get a little bit of a come up, but he never got the same kind of come up that Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, so on and so forth, the Kings of Comedy. He didn't get what they got. Like if you look at Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, I kind of say is the gold standard out of the Kings of Comedy because I feel like he got more fame than anybody out of that group. Maybe with the I feel like if Bernie Mac was still alive, that would be debatable. I feel like Bernie Mac, if he was still alive, he probably would have gone further than Steve Harvey. Just because,
you mean like wealth in general, not that you think he was like the funniest. But he's the one who blew up the most.
I actually think. Well, yeah. When I talk about Steve Harvey, yes, I think he's the one that got further. I feel like Bernie Mac was the funniest.
Oh yeah,
out of all of them. And like I think honestly, I'd put Steve Harvey dead ass motherfucking last out of that group. But no,
Steve Harvey. Sorry to interrupt, but do you think Steve Harvey got the way his fame? Because I know for a fact it wasn't because of his stand-up, but you think it's because of the Steve Harvey show?
I think it was because of the Steve Harvey show. More than I think the Kings of Comedy helped, like the visibility from Kings of Comedy helped, but I think his TV show actually did better for him than his actual stand-up did.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
check Jonathan Stewart's comment. Check Jonathan Stewart's comment. This is it right here, and this is, and then finish what you're saying, Chris. But this is it for me. What I took from Katt interview was a distinct disdain for manufactured talent, getting more respect and money than natural talent. That's Steve Harvey.
That is true. Yeah.
Steve Harvey knew the right people. These are the people that have like, and look, I'm just gonna say it right here because I am Robo from Left Face, so I'm just gonna say a lot of this shit was like low key homophobic. But if you just kind of like look past the homophobia a little bit, what he's saying is that people sold their souls. People did what they needed to do. You know, whether it was sex or not sex, whatever it was they sold out. And now these motherfuckers think they could talk about me when I'm an expert at this shit. Like and the only reason why I'm not there is because I didn't sell out. Yeah, that's it.
And he's not. And the thing is, the reason there was some wild shit in that interview that I was kind of like, oh man, I wouldn't have said that. But I will definitely say this about Katt. He wasn't wrong about his level of output because he does put out special after special after special. He stays on Netflix. Netflix stays coming back to him to put out shit. I mean, now you could make an argument that maybe Steve Harvey and so on and so forth, maybe they don't want to do specials. But I would be more willing to think it might just be because no one's necessarily asking for them.
I mean, he said
like what he said about Cedric the Entertainer, that he's like, I think somebody else in the chat said it. Because I was thinking about this too. It was about, it says it's the line when Katt says Cedric can't even get his comedy specials on Tubi because they're so bad.
Ain't nothing wrong with Tubi shit.
No. There's nothing wrong with Tubi, but I mean, Tubi takes anything.
I know.
Yeah, they'll take anything.
Well, he said about Faison, because Faison did say, Faison actually went out his face and say like, hey, getting a Netflix special is easy. Anybody can do it. But Faison doesn't have not one.
He don't have one.
Not one.
And I promise, I looked. I was like, oh no.
Oh no, I looked. Yeah. Right here, Elite X1 said there was a reason Bernie Mac was the last guy in the Kings of Comedy because no one wanted to follow that shit.
Yeah.
Look. Okay, here. I'm gonna tell you how bad a motherfucker Bernie Mac was. Check this out. I'm not gonna say his whole joke. I'm just gonna say a couple of words. And I guarantee you, each and every one of you will know exactly what joke I'm fucking talking about. That's how good he is. If I just say milk and cookies, you already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. You could not have seen Kings of Comedy in 20 years. And look, because Chris almost choked to death. Milk, if you said, I want some milk and cookies, you already know the rest of the joke. I don't have to say nothing else. You already know what time it is. You can't even deny that is how strong a performer Bernie Mac was. That you could literally say,
that's how sets go, though, right?
No, remember what Katt
last
said?
person is the best. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You're the headliner. And remember what Katt said when he caught flack for talking shit about Tiffany Haddish? He said, "Tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke." He said, "You can't because she don't have one."
Damn.
The same thing that Bernie Mac. I can tell you, Bernie Mac. Like I can tell you, Bernie Mac.
No, it's crazy because Tiffany Haddish, she's been trying to come at him on her IG story, and immediately one after the other, she's gets dismissed, and it's like, yo, just take the L, man, because the best thing you can do, and I guess Kevin Hart responded just not today, so I gotta go check it out. But yo, if any of this shit is true. If I were any of them that Katt Williams was just gunning for, I would just shut the fuck up. I did what Faison did. Hey man, he's probably going through some stuff. All I can do is send him my love. You know what I mean? And
that's all you can do.
And just walk away because the man obviously has receipts.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. 100%.
You know what I mean?
So, did y'all, Jonathan Stewart, do y'all know if the story about Steve trying to steal Bernie's role on Oscars 11? I'm assuming you mean
Ocean's 11. Oh, yeah.
Ocean's 11. So, on Vibe.com, there's an article. It says, Ed Lover has co-signed Katt Williams' claim that Steve Harvey hated on Bernie Mac prior to his death. On Friday, during the episode of his Come On Son podcast, the veteran host, radio host, and media personality backed up Williams' comments. Lover, who was a close friend of Bernie Mac up until his passing, recalled the late comedian personally informing him of Harvey's alleged underhanded tactics. Quote, the stuff that Katt Williams said about Steve Harvey calling to try to get Bernie's role on Ocean's 11 and that kind of stuff. Bernie told me that out of his own mouth, the New York native said. I believe Bernie Mac when he says Steve Harvey hated on him.
Oh, yeah, I believe that shit. I believe it. And by the way, this right here, this actually goes back to that Cedric the Entertainer. So this is Gillis Mode out here with 1999. Super chat says, reminds me of the Vanilla Ice explainer. For those who don't remember that was back when he got accused of ripping off Queen and David Bowie's Under Pressure.
Which is wild. Which is fucking wild. Because just say you sampled it.
Yeah,
and now
that's
you
all you
owe
had
the
to
money. I just assumed that when people said that, before I heard that shit, people were like, it's stolen. I'm like, bitch, you don't know what a sample is? Shut up. And then he's like, but no,
either.
He's saying it wasn't a sample. I'm like,
oh. No. See, ours, see, theirs is, no, theirs is dun 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 dun. See, ours is dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. See, ours is different. It's different. It's different. It's
there's a hi-hat in there and like it's ways. It don't even sound like the same. I don't know what people talk about.
Yeah, like
that's clearly a violin. They were using drums and Well,
it was just dumb to me because I knew the fucking song he had sampled. Even as a kid, I knew that song because it was one of my mom's favorite songs. So I heard it. So when Vanilla Ice came out with it, I did because also I grew up a David Bowie head, so I for goddamn sure loved the goddamn song.
Damn.
But yeah,
you sure you're not halfway? It's just Cersei is like maybe Cersei's quarter or something. No,
I mean, just rub off every now. No.
Yo, you know what's crazy though? If you wouldn't have said that joke on the audio only, I would have just clipped it for a short. And just people said, guess which one is it? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, oh damn. That you'll never figure out. Was it Black Century King of the Fandom says, I haven't heard that milk and cookies joke since I was 9. See, but that's the thing though. But here's the thing. When I said it, you knew exactly what the fuck I was talking about. You didn't have to, you'd have to go, oh yeah, what is that joke?
Yeah.
I don't really remember that. As soon as I said it, the whole set played back in your head. I guarantee you. Oh, hey, we gotta say, man, Other Doc just hit us with a raid. Hey, thank you for that.
Oh shit!
Oh snap! What's
on the Twitch side?
On the Twitch side, what's going? Thank you for that. We're out here, just doing our thing.
I feel like every time I visit Twitch, I feel like I'm visiting the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like, oh man, what's going on over here, man? Thank you for that raid.
Yeah,
actually, no, here I'm gonna, yeah, dude, thank you for that. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. And if you are, if you enjoy the discourse, hang around. We're, we do things. We like I said, this is our podcast that we do. So we're just kind of shooting the breeze.
Culture.
Yeah, there's a culture. Got my homies on here with me. Always.
There was somebody earlier when we first started. They says like we got 3 shades of caramel, delicious caramel. Up there. I was trying to say something, but I think Blerd was on a roll, and I was like,
ooh. See, look at that. We appreciate you, pimp. Thank you for that. Speaking of, we actually probably should get over to the stuff we're actually talking about, because I realize we've been at it like an hour and some change.
Can you just do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Before we move, I think we might be wrong about Steve Harvey being funny or not.
Okay.
And so just to make sure.
Oh, gotcha.
Can you play number 9?
Number 9? Okay. Do you want to play 8 too, or do you just want to play number 9?
Oh, we could do 8, but like 9 is a good closer for like fuck Steve Harvey. I mean, maybe Steve Harvey's actually funny. Who knows?
You know what? I tell you what. Here. You know what? We're gonna settle it. We're gonna settle it.
I know the clip. Oh.
We're gonna settle it right now. Check this out.
Spoiler warning.
For $4 million, I'll be all the motherfucking monkey you can stand. Black people will be so embarrassed by my motherfucking performance. You'll be sitting up there just going, look at this big lip, son of a bitch. You ain't got to act like that much of a motherfucking monkey.
And now look at him.
That's it right there. See, here's the thing.
Off me looking at it.
It was funny then because it's a joke, but it's like, oh, he did it.
It was true.
Yeah, he was actually gonna sell out for the fame.
Motherfucker, I swing
then it becomes less funny.
Well, then,
by the way,
when you go from that to this, is kind of like,
we see you. Yeah.
Look.
Say, though,
when
there was this podcast, when we sell out for a brand deal,
right? Well, no, I just think it's funny because now that shit was genuine.
Yeah,
that was real.
Yeah.
Dude, he did that a little too good. Yeah. See, mine wasn't that strong. Yeah, mine wasn't that strong. So
Jerome said, hold up. Time out. Pause. First of all, that was me. I did not call y'all delicious.
Remember the first time I saw that clip, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
man?
No, it's like I said, that one hit. That one hit different. That one hit different.
The Susan Turpin. See, Susan Turpin, you have to do your name change. I need the "the" in there. Like it's just not. It just doesn't hit the same.
Nah, it doesn't. I actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to politely ask you to go change your name. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's different. I don't appreciate
expeditiously.
Yes. I guess let's go ahead and get into it, because like I said, we're here to talk about toxic fandoms, and I feel like that was a good warm up. I feel like we're good and warmed up. We're good. And warmed up.
Yeah.
So toxic. Toxic fandoms.
We want to define toxic fandom. It'll make it easier for me to cut up into a short.
It depends. Yeah.
Yes. So
because there isn't just one. There isn't just one definition. Go ahead.
No. There is not. But here's what I'm gonna say as far as toxic fandoms go. But A toxic fandom is described as a buzzword that has been used in recent years by journalists, news outlets, and others to identify popular culture fans who engage in behaviors that are considered negative and unacceptable. Good God.
Yeah, but that's what the reaction was like. Shit.
He's like,
he's like, wait a minute out here.
He's like,
my stars, I'm warm now.
Look, look. This is max damage in Final Fantasy, so
yeah. God, that's a crit.
The fight is over.
I don't have a platform equivalent, so
you do. You're on Nerds of Culture. This is you.
Yeah, this is you.
No, a game platform, because he said Final Fantasy, you say crit.
Got it.
I was like, I'm a platform gamer.
Yeah. Headshot.
Headshot. Yeah, headshot. There you
That's
go.
That's a Goomba stomp.
That's a Goomba stomp. There you go. Or you got the
you would go Nintendo, you nerd.
You got the invincibility star. That's the invincibility star for you.
There it is.
But no, he says he said 99% of the best jokes are based on truth, and that's why I always tell people a lot of times when people tell you who they are,
listen.
Even if it's a joke, it's like, man, think about it. Just saying.
Yeah.
But
this is me looking at Robo, if you guys can tell.
This motherfucker. But no
way, asshole.
No, he's actually looking at you the right direction. That's the sad part. He's actually looking in the right direction.
No, I meant me. I tried to look back and I looked at you. I'm like,
but no, no, toxic fandom is something that is pervasive. It's something that I think has become so much worse in probably more recent years. But basically, the long and short of it is, as I said before, toxic fandoms can exist anywhere and everywhere. And I'm gonna tell you right now. And this might seem like an inflammatory statement, but I'm gonna be brutally honest with you and say that it doesn't fucking matter. I'm still correct.
Do it.
And it's that the general attitude of toxic fandoms is so negative and just so out there, ever present. I would damn say it is omnipresent. But it's to the point that I would make the statement, just like I said in the title for the stream. I guarantee you, every last single one of us loves something that overall has a toxic fandom. And
Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Oh, like, no, 100%.
I don't even want to admit I like Rick and Morty sometimes. I'm like,
oh, no, I don't tell people that I used to tell people I liked Rick and Morty, but then there came a time where the fan base of Rick and Morty became so fucking toxic. Yeah. It became so egregiously nasty and mean-spirited that I promise you, the people who are Rick and Morty fans, and once again, I'm a Rick and Morty fan, I feel like this is them every fucking time. Yeah. I feel like this is what this is Rick and Morty fans. Like, this is Rick and Morty fans right here, and I hate feeling that way. But
this is them when McDonald's ran out of Szechuan sauce.
Yeah. Oh no, I remember.
That was about the time where I was like, Rick and Morty. What? I don't know.
Like, I was like,
got a sticker in your car, your bumper,
dude. Look. That's when I started taking my shirt off. I was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. No, I gotta take the shirt off. I mean, and I gotta admit, Rick and Morty. I'm glad you said that one, because honestly, that is one of the most toxic fucking fandoms. And you know why? You know why it is one of the most toxic fandoms in existence right now? It's because people don't understand what Rick and Morty actually represent.
Yeah.
Like,
which is most things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, a lot of times people don't understand the characters that they claim they love. But Rick and Morty is one of those that, like, I always feel like people really just don't fucking get it. Like, if you are a person who is a fan of Rick and Morty, if you watch Rick and Morty, I feel like maybe if you have half a brain, you probably know this. But there are a lot of people who have no brain and they don't get it. And
small brain.
And what little they have is smooth. And it's funny because Rick, while he is the central character, and I feel like this is a trope that maybe because we can't be trusted with it, maybe it needs to go away. Rick and Morty uses the trope of the main character being the person you're not supposed to agree with.
Right.
At least not all the time. Like sometimes Rick says some stuff and like you're like, you can tell that is the creative team trying to express an actual genuine feeling. But 99.9% of the time, half the shit, like I would say pretty much everything Rick says is not the thing you're supposed to be going like, yeah, see, man, he's making some points. Like no. Yeah, like,
I did like that line. He's like, God's not real. Better to rip that Band-Aid off early. I'm like,
yeah, like it's like...
Although there was an episode where him and Morty were on their way to kill the Christian God, but then they got interrupted by a bunch of clones that Rick made. So,
I mean,
yeah, man, potholes.
It's made even funnier just by the fact there was one episode about the toilet bowl episode.
That's not episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of get where Rick's coming from with this.
Right.
I was like, I get where he's coming from.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, no. Like there's like, look, let me tell you something.
That's what this is. This is my toilet bowl.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody in here.
Yeah, no, same. I don't want anybody in this motherfucker except me.
Real quick, I'll say this. The best part about that episode was literally the ending. I just had to say it.
Yeah.
Actually, when Rick had a vulnerable moment, with old boy, I was like, fuck.
Those are my favorite ones. When Morty had to kill Fart, when Rick was gonna kill himself after the collective left him, like all that shit was like, God, dude, like those are the best types of episodes. But I'll back to the toxicity though. The toxicity, yeah, go ahead.
Last one, no, because it goes with the toxicity, right? Evil Morty, when towards the end of his arc, when he perfectly explained how toxic and like the meta of Rick, right? And why he had to escape and why he did everything he did. I felt like one of my favorite episode, hands down, my favorite moment, but also it really that moment encapsulated why we really should not root for Rick for all the fuck shit that they do within that universe. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and I want to take one from Novice. The Novice. They said it said like Walter White, Tony Soprano, Barry from HBO's Barry. I'll also add Vic Mackey from The Shield, or even the main characters of Sons of Anarchy. If they start making too much sense, you need to see a psychologist immediately. I 100% agree with that.
Thanos,
yeah.
Bro, the
Fight Club.
Oh my God.
Anarchy one took me out. Like, you know what? I'm gonna throw a little caveat in there. Joe Goldberg from You. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you start relating to them, bro, you'll be surprised how many people.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. This is a good one. This is a good one for like, Joe Goldberg from You. That's for any ladies in the chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, like, Susan Turpin. Not these Susan Turpin. Just Susan Turpin.
That sounds familiar. What is that?
I don't know that name. I don't know that name. Well, what is that name? Hey, can you look that? Oh, there you go. Rorschach, yes, from dude. Okay, even Alan Moore said that shit, and people still don't want to listen. He literally said, "You're not supposed to like Rorschach. You're not supposed to fucking agree with him."
He also said we should have made the movie.
That too. He also said that. But no.
Hold on, Rough Rider. Hold on. Time out.
Wait.
Magneto is right. That's different.
That's different. Well, no. Here's the thing. Magneto is right in so much as humanity has never proved him wrong.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Humanity has never proved him wrong.
They're making giant ass robots,
Bro,
Right.
don't let me be a powerful mutant facing people who only want my extermination.
Can I also point out something that I feel like do we need to go back to teaching media literacy?
Yes.
In school, I don't think we ever did, but like, do
I
we
took a
need to
class.
teach?
It was an elective.
Okay,
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
elective.
It was an elective?
It was
Okay.
literacy in film.
okay. So
Yeah,
I think media literacy needs to be no longer an elective. It needs to be because we live in such a media heavy age. Like,
That's actually not a bad point. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah, we
Not even I like being ironic or or like people need to learn media literacy. No, you just said something very, very actually, because I was taking everything, I was hearing it through irony and let's make fun of people who don't understand media. But then what you just said just now, we're only getting more and more, like with TikTok and how we're getting information in social media. There absolutely needs to be like a media literacy and shit like that.
Yes, but because so many people lack in it. Oh, go ahead.
The first example that came to mind was a tweet where a dude was listing anti-heroes and he listed Homelander. And I'm like, you don't understand shit.
Well, maybe you don't know what an anti-hero is.
Okay, you know what? If you think Homelander was right,
somebody explained it, and I remember because I followed.
I mean, because like in the literal sense, he is an anti-hero. Like he hates heroes, he kills them.
He goes, no, he's not. He's a hero supremacist.
Yeah. He's a super supremacist, is what he is.
Yeah.
So somebody said like somebody I remember like went into chat and explained, and he goes like, yeah, he's done bad things, but he still saved a lot of people. I was like, motherfucker, that motherfucker's only saved literally one person the entire show, and it was in the first episode in the very beginning. Those two kids, and you can argue that Maeve saved them.
Yeah,
Homelander is nowhere near an anti-hero, and no point did the creator, Eric Kripke, try to, bring media literacy. Bring back the guillotine. What else? What else?
Well, there's Zombie Mitch said, if they tried to teach that, one group that doesn't even need to be named will fight for it to be banned. So here,
propaganda.
Well, and the funny thing about that, this is what I always find so hilarious is what Zombie Mitch is referencing is how conservatives are always talking about CRT. And here's the thing, and I say this every time, and I feel like people just don't listen. CRT, you literally have to go to college, and not even just college, more specifically law school, to be taught CRT. Like, it's just a buzzword they like to throw around. Like, it's kind of like the word woke.
They say right there. They redefine shit.
Yeah, like,
and then it just means whatever they want it to mean. Yeah,
They refined it. They get a new definition, then they get mad about the definition they created.
Yeah. Like media literacy will be turned into you are only allowed to read books with gay people in it, and that's it. And then these are the books that you read to make everyone gay, and that's what it is.
And we got one. We got a $5 super chat here from Black Century King. Says, not my opinion, it's not in my opinion, media lits that's the problem. I think it's just the very negative sides that make up human nature that gets in the way. And here's the thing: I think both can be true, because here's the thing: you constantly see people say, "Oh, look at them." They're beating us over the head. They're beating us over the head with this message. And then when you go and look at what they're talking about, it's like, that's just subtext.
Yeah.
Well, like, that's just it's like
that gets into like we're going back to the definitions of toxic fandom, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there's two different kinds of toxic fandom.
Okay.
There's the toxic fandom that I would categorize as gatekeepers, right?
Okay.
I find like D&D gamers.
Anime fans
yeah.
Oh my god.
Anime.
Oh my god.
Also 40K. So when I look at these groups, it's not that they're saying that there might be a little bit of that, but the primary toxic part of them is this is mine, not yours. Are you even a real fan? Like, name all fucking blah 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 blah. Right?
Oh no,
like,
there's a story I tell more of. I haven't told it in a while, so I might actually tell it again.
mm-hmm.
What? Who got a story too?
About how I was gate kept.
Remind me to get to the second definition of it.
Oh, go ahead and give it now. Go ahead and give it now.
Just remind me. Go. It's in the same thing. Go ahead.
It's important that you give it now, though.
Okay, so for me, it was when I was at a function and a white man approached me while I was talking with one of my friends, also a white man.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I had a podcast called Pixels and Papers. It was a podcast about tabletop gaming and board games, Dungeons and Dragons, so on and so forth. And my buddy introduced me to this other guy who was making his own tabletop game at the time. And he was like, yeah, this is my buddy Ernie. Like, yeah, he's a really cool dude. And yeah, he even, dude, y'all would get along real well. He has a whole podcast about D&D and board games and stuff. He said, dude, y'all should rap. Y'all might, I think y'all would get along. And then the dude was like, oh, you're into, like, dude did this. And I shit you not. And if you've ever hung out around pretentious white people, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. He did the thing that every pretentious white person I've ever been around has done. He takes one step back with his right foot or his left, depending on which is his dominant, leans back.
I know what you mean.
Takes a long drag off a cigarette if he's a smoker, or he just holds his hand up to his chin if he's not. Kind of does you kind of like what you predominantly see black people doing. They kind of go like, and then he's like, and then he just kind of goes, He said, if you're such a D&D expert, which bear in mind, my buddy never said I was a D&D expert. He just said I had a D&D podcast. He never called me an expert. So this guy started, so you could tell where the energy was coming from. And he asked me, he said, if you're such an expert, can you guess? Well, then tell me which dragon I have tattooed on my arm.
What the fuck?
So I'm going to tell you right now, the dragon he had tattooed on his arm.
It's a blue-eyed dragon, of course.
Something like that. It was.
Actually, you know what? Blue eyes white dragon.
I'll be brutally honest with you. His tattoo was ugly as sin. His tattoo was ugly as sin. It was actually a bad tattoo. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. This is the dragon. This isn't the tattoo he had. But I'm just saying that, like, this is the dragon that he had tattooed on his arm. And I just kind of looked at him because I was just I stared at him for a few seconds, and then I stared at his arm, and then I just stared back at him, and he was like, what's the matter? Can't tell me? And I was like, no, I can tell you, but I just had to stare at it for a few seconds because it was a pretty shitty tattoo. But I said, just based on the fact that it has two horns, coming out of the side of its head in a curved nature that kind of angle in closer to its, snout. I said, I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's probably a black dragon. And he just kind of was like, oh, I guess you are an expert.
Oh, I would have said black dragon because of the black scales, but
yeah.
Well, no. It wasn't the tattoo. That's another thing I didn't add.
It wasn't colored in.
It wasn't colored in. It was just line. It was just line work.
Now I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Before I was like,
I was like,
all right.
So now, the first thing I thought was like, D&D is weird. Not all black dragons are black. Okay, that's progressive.
To be fair,
that's literally what I was gonna.
To be fair, there are dragons that are black that aren't called black dragons. They're few and far between, but yeah. But the point of the matter was he was trying to test my knowledge to see whether or not I was worthy of being a part of the fandom that he loves. And I just thought that shit was fucking hilarious because I was like, dude, it doesn't matter if I know more than you or I know as much as you. I said, what you should really give a shit about is the fact that you have someone to talk to about the thing you love that you didn't have before. That is what you need to be concerned with. Not whether or not I'm as smart as you.
For a moment, you realized, you felt like, this is what it's like to be a woman in a comic book store.
Yeah, no, I did. I actually did. I was like, yeah, but no, go. I was gonna say, Robo, give your second. Yes.
Second definition. These are the ones we would call chuds and incels. These are the ones that, and here's something very specific. I'm gonna say something very specific that separates gatekeepers from chuds and incels, because gatekeepers can be like that dude. Come on, we all know there's a racial component to that shit too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like,
no, 100%.
They could be racist. They could be incels. There's the chud incel ones, the haters. There's a very specific component to this group, and it's they don't read the shit.
Yeah.
They aren't actually in that group. That's the key to them. The gatekeepers, they're like probably like sweats and shit. Like they probably do know all that shit, and they think like, oh, I had to go through this and I was picked on, blah 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 blah. But the other ones, they don't watch that shit. They don't play the games. They don't read the comics. You're sitting there looking at Clark Kent's son kissing a dude, and then you go, oh my God, they make Clark Kent gay. And then see, you don't even read it. You don't know what the fuck's going on. And that's the other group.
So
go ahead, Cypher.
So in my experience, man, I'm gonna tell you, it could be a combination of both. But if I have to pick which one is more annoying, it would be 1,000% be the gatekeepers, bro. Because for those who don't know,
okay, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
I mean, so I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan, right? My favorite one is Majora's Mask. I mean, you can tell it's decorated all over my room. I got, posters, all that shit, right? So when the game was getting re-released on the 3DS back, I think it was back in 2015, 2016, they would, my local GameStop at the time, it was Hawaii, they were having an event.
Hey, hold on. Babe, you could quit. Careless Motors in the chat. All right.
This motherfucker.
I'm letting know, like, we ain't working no more. Fuck this shit. No.
I just hit my boss. I was like, hey man, I'm not coming tomorrow.
Not coming in tomorrow.
Let's got his bonus, and we're all eating today.
He's like, yeah, man, I got my bonus, man. I'm hooking everybody up. Man, look, hey, we appreciate you, man. Since I can now understand how so many get things interrupted, probably interpreted incorrectly. It's a simple solution: ignorance over mass consumption times exposure. That's their industry attention. That's their industry attention pander to the lowest common denominator. Here, that is because honestly, it's like fast food. It's like fast food. Of course, there's better shit out there for you.
Yeah,
there's better food out there for you.
But it's the quickest,
But this is easier. Yeah. This is quicker, easier, and maybe cheaper. Maybe, I don't know, depending. But yeah, it's literally, it's made for the lowest common denominator, and in and out. Also, I'm gonna do because 99. There you go.
That's what's up. If you hear that sound, you remember I don't hear the shimlet.
Yeah.
All right, finish.
Carry on.
Yeah. Long story longer, right? So I ended up going to this event, and it was full of they were mouth breathing, and I was saying like they were mouth breathers because they were literally mouth breathing, right? Yeah. But as soon as I came in, I'm just like this, right? Black, plain black tee, fitted, cool. And mine, I was also in the military, so I was in better shape, right? Well, as soon as I walk in, I heard one of them dudes say, hey, could somebody tell this loser that Madden doesn't come out today? And he started laughing. And I'm over here like, okay, cool, chill, right? And then what did I end up doing? I ended up I destroyed all the trivia, all the games, so much so they had to stop me. It was like, okay, Chris, you gotta get somebody a chance because you're winning everything. And I won mad shit.
Like, nah. That's the words.
And I said the same shit. At one point,
I'm here to take it all.
This big neck beard motherfucker, right? Like throws a table. It's not fair. He looks like that, and he know this shit. And then he storms off and knocks up. I promise you,
dude.
He looks like that.
Wait. I shit you not, bro. Like I've been telling this story.
You're lucky. I love you, and I do believe you. I want to make it very clear. I love you, and I absolutely, unironically believe you. But if I didn't know you, like let's say I was invited up here and I don't know you, but I know Ernie, I promise you I'd be like, That's a lie ass story if I ever heard one.
He's like,
look at him. Look at his giant bulge and how hot he is. And
you just added adjectives, by the way. Thank you. But
no, I know. I'm trying to be that guy. These are things that I'd be like, nah, that didn't happen. I believe you. I believe you.
Nah, so down and shit. Like my homegirl that worked there that worked at Gangsta all the time, who invited me and stuff like that. She like, I'm so sorry and shit. I remember they knocked out like the poster the cutout that he knocked out was from Monster Hunter Generations and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over here like, yo, felt so uncomfortable because the entire time, like even when I tried to like the beginning when I started to say what's up to people, whatever, they wouldn't even look at me, bro. And I used to be like, yo. But by the way, anybody that knows the Zelda fandom knows that these motherfuckers are terrible, the worst.
Really? Oh, yeah, like on the gatekeeper side, yeah.
On the gatekeeper side, like they're bad, like, and I put them up there with Naruto and Dragon Ball Z fans, Zelda fans, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, 3 different genres. But I deal with those the most. I hate them all.
Let me keep it 1 million with you. Anime fans are some of the worst. And honestly, I think it's partially the reason why I don't like anime as much anymore. Like, I like anime, like I watch anime, but I don't really talk about it. I don't tell anybody a lot of the time what I'm reading or what I'm watching unless it's like my homies. Like, I don't just talk to randos on the internet about it because I'm just like, dude, y'all make it weird. And like, it reminds me of some shit that I saw a buddy of mine who's a cosplayer. He was showing me some people that he knew about in the cosplay, like the anime cosplay spectrum. And some you've probably seen this before, but like there were cosplayers like this, or and in this situation, I think someone had like lit up her social media, basically being like, well, actually, you should be cosplaying characters that aren't black. This was actually a thing that was making the rounds for a while. What was it? Where someone was like, "Oh, sorry, sweetie, but whites are the only race that's allowed to cosplay, and some mixed Asian, but not all. Anime characters are drawn as white people with light skin and big blue eyes and colored hair, not gross black hair and dumpy brown eyes. If we want to stay true to the creator's wishes, then sorry, but no black cosplayers." Thanks.
Hey, check that video. It's a classic. Yeah, I know you've seen it already. I put a link in
I probably have. Here, let me pull it up. Did you put it in our?
I put it in the public chat. In the.
Gotcha. Oh wait, you put it in the. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I see now. I was like public chat. I was like, fuck you, mean? We ain't got no public chat. I was like, look,
shit, did we just get leaked? Fuck.
Look, I'm sitting here, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me was like, wait, did you just make our private DMs public? I was like, I'm not gonna lie. That's the first thing I thought of. That was the first fucking thing I thought of. But no, here I'm pulling up the. Wait,
we all panicked.
Oh no, 100%. Here I'm pulling up. Can I? Oh my god, this thing is being dumb. Hold on. Here's what. No. So what it's doing is, since I have the chat popped out in separate windows, what it's doing is it's trying to open them. It's putting the tab over there. So now I'm just like, really, motherfucker? Really?
I gotta pull it out. That shit happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I was like, bro. I was like, what is?
You gotta pull it out all the time.
Yeah. What is happening here? But no. Also, shout out to Rough Rider. He said, "Manny's making that Harlem Nice call. Say, hey Johnny, put the boss on the phone. Hey, I ain't never clocking in no more. Take it easy."
Understand? Yeah. But you go ahead.
Oh no, what were you about to say?
I was gonna make a really bad joke, but yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you can still make it.
Pass.
There's no wrong answers here. No wrong answers.
Oh, this one was wrong.
Oh shit! Never mind. Keep that to yourself. But no, here, let me pop this up just a little bit. Sorry, y'all. You'll see how the sausage is made. That's voice meter. Don't worry about it. Mind your business.
By the way, we have a birthday in the chat. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, we got a birthday in the chat? Here, hold on. Let me see.
We have a birthday in this chat. Susan Turpin.
That's right.
Shit. Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Happy birthday.
Wait, hold on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. There you go.
Well, I was gonna say real quick, Susan, you get one of these. There you go. Dropping the clues bombs for you. So
yeah, I heard
there
it.
you go. Welcome, welcome to another trip around the sun. But no, here's the clipping question. I got it pulled up, so we're gonna. Actually, I want to see something. I'm very curious to see if this will. What's that?
This video is the only response they deserve.
Nothing chilling, just looking at these trolls on TikTok. Why? What'd they say?
Hinata isn't black. Hinata isn't black. Hinata isn't black. Hinata isn't black.
She gonna be black today. She gonna be black today. She gonna be black today.
Oh my
She gonna be black today.
Hold up. Y'all ain't about to tell me who I can and can't cosplay. Y'all ain't about to tell me who I can and can't cosplay.
She gonna be black today. She gonna be black today.
I ain't gonna
She gonna
lie.
be black today. She gonna be black today.
This is not my answer.
Hinata isn't black. Hinata isn't black. Hinata isn't black. She gonna be black today. She gonna be black today. She gonna be black today. She gonna be black today.
Oh, dude, not the. I'm not gonna lie, that last one took me out with the leg. Little,
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, you took me out. You took me out. But no, I mean, you can curse all you want. Y'all can curse all you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna ban you for cursing. I'm gonna ban you for being out of pocket.
Face might. Dun, dun, dun.
But no, I was gonna say, yeah, no, that's honestly that's gonna be my answer from now on when people she gonna be black today.
Yep.
And you know what? And you gonna like it. You go down and you are gonna save the pictures to your hard drive, and you're gonna cry now, but you're gonna fap later. There you go.
That's it.
Yeah. How can you hate with the right hand and beat off with the left? Ooh,
man, right?
Yeah, like, God damn,
bro. I gotta hit it again. Hold on. I gotta hit it again. Shit.
Yeah.
But no.
YouTube noob up ahead is like, this is it right here. They whining about Miles Morales, but and he's using the example that I always use. But Wally West out here wearing somebody else's outfit. Look, when people got mad at Ben Reilly, listen, they didn't like the story. They didn't like what happened with him, and they want they didn't give a fuck about the moniker. They didn't say that anything like that. Like the Flash has gone through or Green Lantern, and bro, they only give a fuck when it's now white. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And I mean, let's be real. Let's be real here. If we're going by the logic, and like I said, anime is a weird one because while that one comment I read from that Facebook post was basically like anime characters are drawn to be white, not really. 99.9% of the time, they're actually like drawn to largely be Asian. It's just a very caricature. It's a very caricaturized version of Asian people.
Right.
And they do have like I guess you could say they do have white features a lot of the time. I mean, I just always chalk that up to it being a fucking cartoon. And
I mean, people tend to forget that mangas are not colored in, right?
No.
A lot of time, you know what I mean? And mangakas are known for like they try to use
they use grayscale and black and white.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when like, especially for anime adaptations, especially back in like in the 80s and 90s, they used to get like the color schemes on because the animators didn't know what to use. So some characters were drawn darker than they were supposed to be per the writer or vice versa, right? So the fact is that because people anime only, not necessarily the manga readers, they assume that their complexion is basically you know what I'm trying to say. Point is that you don't.
No,
Robo?
go ahead. No, I don't.
No, I'm saying is that. Go ahead.
No, like, are you saying like when they see the complexion on anime that they take that as face value? Is that what you're saying? Like that might not have been the writer's intent.
Intent, yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Well, I mean, here's the other thing too. The only thing that's American, the thing that people actually think is American about manga and anime, it's the thing that has nothing to do with whiteness. It's like people see big eyes and think, oh yeah, that's American. In so much as it's not to anything to do with a person. It's because of fucking Bambi. Like the big fucking eyes on the animals in Bambi and like even some other Disney movies, but still the way animals were depicted, like the big eyes, like Japanese people thought those eyes were soulful in like how we say eyes are the windows to the soul. That's kind of how they look. Oh, the bigger the eyes, that means you more of a direct connection you can make with the character. And I think that is true in a lot of respects. But the thing is, let
me push back a little bit on that, if you don't mind.
What part
not
of it?
push back, not push back as in you're wrong, because I have heard that too, right? When you like look at the rabbits and stuff. There is something to the fetishization and the self-hate that you see the global what is it, the global export that is whiteness, right? And so they're not supposed to be white, they are Asian, but why are their most attractive characters have big eyes and huge boobs when both of those phenotypes are not super predominant in Asian cultures? And it's because of the way that you see it's the same reason why in Korea and China, but especially in South Korea, they have surgeries to fix their eyelids and make their eyelids bigger. It's why in South Asia and Asia and Latin America, skin lightening cream is $1 billion industry. So what we might be seeing in addition to like, okay, so like, look how they look on animals. I'm not saying like, it's not a contradictory remark. I think it's an additional factor, that idea that other cultures, they look at whiteness as the mark for attractiveness.
I would say now, especially. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think that was necessarily the case like in its inception, but I do think it's something that happened over time. I would definitely concede that point. It's a. Oh, what were you gonna say, Cypher?
No, I was gonna say, don't let me end this segment while talking the most toxic part of the whole anime fandom, which is the power scalers. But go ahead, sorry.
Well, okay, do that one next. Quick, Jonathan Stewart, is it just me, or does it seem that the only time it matters that a character's race is white is when the character is racist as far as the story goes? So I'll say one thing about that. You might not be wrong there, right? I know this is something that is being seen a lot, especially we saw Blue Eye Samurai, and we always see that trope. But here's what you're seeing, in my opinion. Here's what you're seeing. What you're seeing is an undoing of the revisionism that we saw growing up. What you saw was things like The Last Samurai and shit, where that white savior trope was so predominant in our cartoons, in our media in general, that now, why, if I'm watching Blue Eye Samurai and it's in Japan and we have somebody from the British Empire, why in the fuck would they be the good guy? Of course they're the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to do revisionist shit. But when you look at even today, still happens, but predominantly, like, when you're looking at like the early aughts or 90s and before, they needed to put a good guy, white guy, whether it was Dances with Wolves, right? The Pocahontas story in Disney. You have these things. The first Avatar. It's always got to be like, okay, yeah, but let's not just make white people the only bad guys, though. Look, in a lot of situations, if there was a white face there, they were the bad guy in some parts of history. Like, don't show me a story set in the 1600s or in the 1500s in South America and have the Spaniard be a good guy helping out people. Like now you're just fucking lying to me. You know what I mean?
Oh no, what was it? I'll throw you one. What was it when I took my daughter to go see The Woman King? There's a part in that movie where as you get a little further in, a little bit closer to the end, where the slave traders show up. And well, a lot of people don't like that movie because it has some revisionist history in it as well regarding the Dahome's involvement in the slave trade. I did think it was interesting that like I remember hearing someone in the audience under their breath, "Oh, here we go again."
See,
and it was like, but I was like,
can't
that's
stand
history.
not being the good guy. That's it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and no, there is an obsession with wanting to be depicted. You know what it is? They want to be loved.
Jesus complex.
It's Rome.
Right.
It's Rome.
That's it.
I want to be loved. And it's like, look, here's the thing. And I'll divorce you of any of your fears about this. Anyone in the chat, if you're worried, if you are a person who is not of the diaspora, I don't expect anyone who is white to come to me and apologize for what their ancestors have done. I don't expect everyone to have deep accounting of what their ancestors have done in the past. If you do, good on you, I guess. Way to stay up. But like, I don't think, like, case in point, I don't get mad at my wife because, her family, she is white and, as you would imagine, her family is white and who knows, may or may not. Right?
Wait, I didn't know this.
Her family may or may not have owned slaves. Who knows? She's never looked. But the thing is, she didn't own them. So why would I give her flack for that? And I think that's the thing that like white people tend to have. Not saying all white people, but like white people who think that way, they tend to have that fear that, oh, I'm just going to be held accountable for what my ancestors did. No one's holding you accountable for what your ancestors did. What people are doing is just asking you not to pretend that it didn't happen.
Right. And acknowledging the system that exists in your benefit because of it.
Yes.
Right? You didn't do it. But again, because I've seen your wife's posts on Facebook. Like, and I know like she's like, and I've heard her say fucking white people. Like, you've told me, I haven't heard her, but you've told me her quotes.
Yeah.
And it's like, no one's saying to be guilty. It's not your fault. You didn't do slavery, but at least acknowledge the system that is there because of it. Yeah, I mean, like, so Jerome puts in there 80s and 90s, 2000s cartoons. The leader of the group was always a blonde hair, blue eye. Yeah, and of course, nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. Gearless Mora, helping with my mortgage one more time.
Hey, be right back. I'm gonna go fill up my tank real quick.
Actually, it might take that.
Yeah, if it's that, you must be riding a motorcycle or something.
Actually, no,
I don't. Because of the Germany influence in Japan and their influence about the Ubermensch that led to their partnership in both world wars, and that's why history tells you a lot, but most do not care to know their history. That's it.
That is true. I mean, they were allied. A lot of people. And here's the thing. A lot of people tend to. Okay, you know what? Let's talk. Yeah, I want to get it back on toxic fandoms more specifically, because I feel like we kind of went off in the weeds, but. But I can bring us back with just this one simple thing about anime, and then I want to bring up something else, because we talk about toxic fandoms, but toxic fandoms don't just always come from the fans. Sometimes the fandom, the thing that the fandom is for, can be toxic too. And what I mean by that is how anime often depicts black people, and oftentimes people of any race that isn't white or Japanese. Yeah, white characters in anime are usually treated pretty fairly. When there is an actual white character to be had. But then when you start getting towards like black characters tend to be caricatures, stereotypes. They usually, like case in point, I always like to use Barrett as an example. He is literally one jive turkey away from being like a 70s stereotype. Right. It's one of those situations where Japanese people, I feel like, just don't know anything about black people. So when they do actually take the time to include black characters in their manga and anime, one of two things happens. Either that character is 110% completely devoid of blackness in all but skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, meaning that this character would literally just be anybody else if they... like, I always joke about Naruto, where they had the hidden cloud.
Yeah. You're talking about Killer Bee?
Killer Bee is, like, it's a tale of two different things. Because every other black character, for the most part, I mean, you could make an argument that A and Darui and a lot of the other characters, they act just like everybody else for the most part. Like they act just about they act like most other characters in the anime.
I'm gonna throw a little salt in there because A at the beginning, at the very beginning.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that.
Was just angry.
Yeah,
that was like when Kishimoto wrote him. At the very beginning, when he was introduced, and you can make an argument that he was mad because of the Killer Bee situation, but it's not up until the war arc that A became a likable character because he was I just want to.
But no, I see where you're going because that kind of gets to my other point. You get to Killer B and A, they're basically black stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A is an angry black man, up until he's finally not, and then B is just a caricature of how Japanese. Yeah, he's a caricature of actually even the way he raps the way white people rap when like they want to do some kind of like youth outreach. Like my name is Mary and I'm with God, and if you're not with me, then you're Assad. Like that, like it's bullshit like
Jesus
that.
Christ is my...
Yeah, right. Jesus Christ is my homie, and I'm here to say.
Damn.
But no, the thing is, anime. What, the Jesus Christ is my homie?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ is my homie, and I'm here to say. Oh my god,
it's a terrible video.
It's terrible, dude. It's so fucking terrible. But no, but getting back, but I want to get back to it. Yeah. And I want to put a little respect on something that Warren Register just said, which is funny since a good chunk of anime fans are black. They don't market to black. I tell you what, they do. Yeah. They're trying to now in very small ways. But here's the thing. Maybe this could be maybe I should save this for a different live stream. Maybe I think I actually did put something in our notes for that, but so I'm gonna go too far off into it. However, I personally feel so when the new Blerd album drops, coming soon, coming soon your way. But no, it just
not your way.
But no, it just I find it funny that. Yeah, we don't. Black characters, they either act just like every other Japanese person, because once again, Japanese people don't know shit about black people, or the black character in question acts like a stereotype of what Japanese people think. You don't
have black people as a part of your creative team.
Exactly, and once again, I don't expect black people to be a part of every piece of the anime manga industry because let's be real, Japan's a very xenophobic place. It still is to this day. They don't even treat other Japanese
to their
people
own
well.
Black people, I mean, they have black people, but don't forget there are military bases and deadbeat dads who left them there. But they also got, but not even just that. You have indigenous people like people from Okinawa in southern Japan that are brown, and they fucking they shit on them.
Matter of fact, they're treated. Like, if you imagine how people make fun of people from the South in America, but way more mean-spirited. That's how Japanese people... Like, because I remember watching a movie about that where, like, there was this girl who was from, like, Tokyo proper, but she was, like, roomed up with a girl who was, like, from Okinawa, and they basically just constantly start calling her country bumpkin this and hick that and so on and so forth. But anyway,
I will say this, man. When it comes down to... because you just reminded me of the whole situation with Final Fantasy 16, right? And when the fans started, like in the trailers, noticing like, yo, there's no black people. And then when the developers started saying, it's like, well, in a medieval type of, there weren't black characters, so we try to keep it semi-historic, whatever. I remember I was mad as hell until I play the game. It's probably the one time I might give Japan a pass for not having black characters because of the story of the game, heavily centered on slaves.
That was the real reason. That was the real reason they did.
I was like, yep, they say what they had to say. That's one of the first time, because I promise you, if they would introduce any, I would have been like, okay, Japan, I see you.
So no bullshit. No bullshit. Elite X1, get out of my head. So there is an anime called Michiko no Hachin. And
hell no.
Yeah. This is it's actually, I actually just bought this anime on Blu-ray the other day. Just because like it's
I think Chris likes it a lot. No. I
thought it was a different anime they were talking about.
I was like, God damn.
No.
It's an anime, but it's super fucked up. It's even banned in Japan. I thought he was, never mind.
No. This is one that takes place in it takes place in Brazil. And is actually probably the only anime you'll ever see, like actually made by Japanese people. Probably, I don't think there's any other I can think of off the top of my head. But this is probably the only anime where you actually see a black lead or like an Afro-Latin lead in the story, and it's actually done. I mean, there's probably some things in there that probably weren't done well, and I just probably never catch them because once again, not of the culture.
Not Brazilian, yeah.
Right, I'm not Brazilian, so why would I notice? But if someone told me, I'd be like, oh man, that sucks. But yeah, this is one of those, like, and I even did a video where I like briefly talked about this one because I was talking about like the top 10 black anime characters of all time. This was actually one of the anime I cited. But the other day I actually found out that they had a Blu-ray of this. I never knew they had one, so like I just never looked for it. So I ended up buying it. But yeah, this is one. This is actually one that I love. I love this. Was it Elite X? Where he said, "I'm always in your head, Ernie. We're one mind, like I told you before." Yeah, because like as soon as you said it, I was like, "Oh!" And it said it's got Bebop vibes too. Yes, and I think that's because I don't remember if the person. I don't know if Shinichiro Watanabe was actually behind this one, but I know some people who worked on Cowboy Bebop were behind this one. But yeah.
I'll say this much though.
Same studio. Thank you.
One anime that did black and brown characters, they did them right. Was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay.
Scar.
Yeah, Scar
was a badass. He was in. First when they first introduced him, I thought he was gonna be a one-off character, but that dude had some depth.
He sticks around.
He was part of the main. He was part of the main cast. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like he hangs in there with everybody. Yeah, like he's there to the bitter end.
Like Full Metal Alchemist, I say like had like the perfect balance of and talking about the allegories between the war, like the war in the Middle East and everything. Anyways, point is that Full Metal Alchemist always got. Like I always gave them props for that the way they introduced black and brown characters.
I will also, so I don't. I'll give you that. Well, I don't fuck with Bleach that heavy, but I will give credit where credit is due. They do have some black characters as well.
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. Also, I think I actually talked about them in the video. I think I talked about all of the above. In my top 10 black anime characters. But yeah, it's one of those things where, and like I said, we could probably save that for like another topic later down the road. But I will definitely say, getting back to the core of it all,
the toxicity.
The toxicity, like some of the most toxic fandoms. What always surprises me is when those fandoms come from places that they come from properties that are so progressive otherwise. Like case what, Robo and I were talking about this before you jumped in on the call cipher. I was talking about Star Trek. Star Trek is an incredibly progressive show. I was what was it? I don't think I have it in front of me right now. I actually kind of want to pull it up just to fuck with this bitch. But but some of you may have heard about the young lady who was when they were talking about the Star Wars stuff. She thought she was being cute. She thought she was being cute. And wait, did you just send it to me?
No. I saw the image, but that was.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. But no. the woman in question, she's all like, that's why I'm a Trekkie. But she does like the live long and prosper. She doesn't do it this way. She does it this way.
Oh, you put it on Facebook, didn't you?
I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
That's fine.
But yeah, she does this. She does this. And what's funny about it is that she's on Fox News. She's on Fox News, so you know what Fox News represents most likely. I was like, this bitch doesn't watch Star Trek. She has not watched Star Trek a day in her life. Because if she did, the very things she's complaining about that are going on with Star Wars, she would recognize have been in Star Trek for years. For years. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, thank you, Robo. Thank you, Robo. I just realized, too, that I had posted it on Facebook.
Yeah, I was like, I
completely forgotten. But yeah, like right here it says, yeah, Fox News host slams Star Wars for being too woke and feminist. That's why I'm a Trekkie. Here, I want to zoom in on this heifer. Because look at the shit-eating grin on this motherfucker's face. Where she thinks she is dunking on somebody. Like,
yeah.
I guarantee you.
I just ate.
Oh yeah, no, I guarantee you. Soon as the segment was over. Oh yeah, no, segment was over. She went back to the producer. Like, man, that was so good. That was so fucking good. Oh my god, the libs are gonna be so fucking angry.
You know what's crazy?
It's like no.
One of those Fox heads spoke. Was probably was also like a Trekkie, and he wants to disagree with her so bad, but he knows that.
He's like.
Yeah,
he's like, pull it back down, pull it back down, pull it back.
That's not how you.
He's like, that's not how you do it. That's not how you. Oh my god, I'm fucking dying inside. Also, shout out, man, dude, Elite, get out of my head again, dude. Once again, Elite X1 brought up one of my favorite shows of all time, and it's a cartoon that speaks to a young Blerd without fear back in the days when Saturday morning cartoons were a thing. But no, there was a show. I don't know why it won't let me pull up this part of the chat.
And I love.
But one of my favorite cartoons growing up as a kid. Some of you may remember this, and if you do, I hope so, because it was really fucking good. And I think it's on Tubi TV, but there was a show called Cops, where the main character was BP Vest, Bulletproof Vest. And I loved it because, like, the show was so awesome because they used to have, like, what they would do at the beginning and the end of the show, the roll call. Like, you had your intro and outro, and it'd be like, roll call. And, like, I think they would always do the heroes at the beginning. They would do the villains at the end. But it'd be like, Mace, Long Arm. You'd be like, bruh.
Why they give him that curl in the thing?
Bruh, like he had the Superman. He had the Supermans. He had the Superman.
He had your daddy ain't shit curl back in the 80s.
Yeah. But no, oh no, bruh. Yeah. Oh, I found it. It was just way back at the back. Okay, I had to go back and look further. But no, we that was like one of the rare times we actually had a main character back in the day that was black like that. And I mean, he was just he kind of talked in the cadence of, I guess, how white people thought black people talked back then. But like, but more serious. He was very yes. Well, I think we're gonna do things this way. Like it was kind of that part of it's kind of weird now that I go back and look at it, but I still love the show. But yeah, like Cops was like one of my favorite things. It was one of the few times I actually felt represented in a cartoon back then, because there were no black characters really.
1988 to 89. Look at that.
Maverick, I promise you, if you go on Tubi TV. And if it's not, I'm pretty sure somebody's uploaded the whole fucking thing on YouTube, most likely.
Probably.
But no, getting back to it, you know, the Star Trek of it all. Star Trek is one of those that I personally take a little bit of umbrage with, just because there are some people you're like, man, you missed the point. Like I know people who love Star Trek, love it. They eat that shit up. But the second any little bit of representation comes in, they're like, oh, It's woke now. Like, case in point, I love Star Trek Discovery. I love Star Trek Discovery. Great show. I like Strange New Worlds better. However, and it's just because with the passage of time, Discovery kind of got a little dumb. Yeah, not anybody's fault. It's not. It's like the plot has. It was one of those things where every season they would write themselves into a corner, and you'd be like, man, how the fuck are they gonna pick this shit back up? And I think by the time you get to like, I think what was it, season 3, they wrote themselves into too stupid a corner, and they kind of had a hard time getting out of it. But Strange New Worlds has been good from start to finish. Which, by the way, is a spinoff of Discovery, so you can't have one without the other. But
hey,
no,
I just sent you who voiced BP Vest.
Oh shit! Let me see. I gotta pull this up.
Holy shit!
Oh my god! Why? Why?
Come on, man.
It is. Ken Ryan.
Ken Ryan. Oh my.
Why? Teacher.
You gotta show.
No, I'm doing it right now.
That's actually wild.
Yeah, I'm actually here. I gotta show you all this. I'm mad.
He's whitey white.
Dude, this motherfucker is stupid white.
That's not regular white. That's like
that's translucent white.
The fluorescent light bulb gives him a sunburn.
Bruh, this is
white. Some fucking sunburn.
This is bruh. This dude. Holy this motherfucker is so white. He says the whole word.
That motherfucker's so white, you can see the words coming out of his throat before he speaks.
Bruh. Oh wait, we talking about Marshall Bravestar? Because I love me some Marshall Bravestar. That was my shit back in the day. Marshall Bravestar, eyes of the hawk, strength of the bear, speed of the puma. I used to eat that shit up.
I got a question for the chat and for both of you guys, right?
Yes, go ahead.
Shoot. If you had to pick an absolute
white, 8th grade science teacher white,
bro, bro.
Is he alive? Can we check if he's alive? Because I feel like a dick.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, he's alive.
All right, cool. Then I don't feel shit. Hey, what I was gonna say was, if you had to pick the number one most, like the number one fandom that you hate the most because of how bad it can get, whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek.
Easy.
What will you pick? And Chad, you can answer that as well. I'm trying to see some.
Like, you want whose fandom you hate the most?
Like, yeah.
That piss you off the most?
That piss you off the most, you hate the most. That like when, because.
Blerd.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna go. Okay, well, fuck it. I'll jump right in. Mine's easy, and
okay, we'll do it live.
Fuck it. Yeah. No. Star Wars.
Oh, God damn it! I should have went first. All right. I thought you were gonna say
Star Wars.
You can hate both things, and there's no gatekeeping what you hate.
Yeah, there's no gatekeeping. Hey, look. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm saying this as a whole ass fucking Star Wars fan. And sometimes Star Wars fans piss me the fuck off. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Yeah. Like, why are y'all so angry all the time? Like, dude, just let this shit fucking ride, dude. Stop acting like them fucking first 3 movies were like so fucking perfect back then. Those movies had problems too. Like, let's not sit here and pretend.
Reply to this, because up here, unless there's something about Chris I don't know, you're like the pro wrestling dude. Like, you love pro wrestling even to now.
Oh yeah.
So compare the pro wrestling fandom with Star Wars fandom, and how does how does Star Wars win out?
Oh my god. Okay, so here's what happens. In the pro wrestling community, you're gonna find more tribalism. Than you're gonna find gatekeeping. And chud behavior. Yes. So like in wrestling, you're more likely to see someone shit on you for liking one wrestling promotion versus another one. So like, case in point, right now the war is between AEW and WWE. There are people who love WWE who fucking hate AEW. There's people who love AEW who fucking hate WWE. And it's not to say that there aren't people who love both, but there are definitely people who like one more than the other, and they are not ashamed to tell you about that on social media.
Like Marvel and DC, but worse?
It's the same fucking thing. And, the only reason I would say it's actually worse is because they are pitting actual real people versus one another. That's the only reason I would actually say it's legitimately worse.
So is it kind of like WCW and WWF back in the day?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Make sure I understand.
Yes, very much so. With the exception, I would probably make the argument that AEW could take a little bit more seriously. But no, but the thing was the thing with the Star Wars fandom that I personally don't like is, and I told you this earlier, is that no one hates Star Wars like Star Wars fans. No one fucking hates Star Wars more than a fucking Star Wars fan. It's like, you don't, it's like, look, dude, you are getting, like, okay, you got Andor. I don't like Andor. It's too slow. Oh, okay, fine. Ahsoka. Too much chick shit.
Too much chick shit.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Star Wars, what was it, Tales of the Jedi? Too samey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what about Mandalorian? I don't know, man. Mando ain't the most interesting character on his own show.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, my favorite is the same people who will be like, they're just doing the same shit. And then we'll turn around and be like, this is different. This is not even Star Wars anymore. I'm like, what? What?
You like Jedi Fallen Order? Too much ponchos.
I'm gonna tell you the thing that was laughable to me. When people I know who love Star Wars Rebels, and mind you, a lot of them weren't angry about this, but there were people who legitimately wanted a 5th season of Star Wars Rebels, and they literally got it in the form of Ahsoka and still weren't fucking happy. I was like, bro, I can't help you. I can't help you.
Will Yen, the general Disney fans are pretty toxic. I'd like you to elaborate on that. What do you mean by that?
Oh, wait, are you talking about like Disney adults, or are you talking about like? Yeah, because I don't think Disney adults are very toxic. I think they're
I'm just trying to think of like, when I think of Disney people, I think of like people who like the cartoons, right? Like Lion King and all that shit.
Wait a minute. I think I know what he means. I don't want to put words in your mouth, Will, but I'm wondering if you're talking about the people who vehemently don't want to see like old Disney stuff either be brought back or readapted. I wonder if that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about that, I totally get where you're coming from.
But even that, I wouldn't call toxic.
Well, no, they're not. He meant Disney adults.
Okay, so I would call Disney adults. You can call them weird.
I think they're weird.
Yeah, like oh, that's a wow, your whole house, huh? That's
cool.
No,
I want to clarify. Because I'm glad you said that, Robo. Because I don't want people to think I'm talking about just Disney, like grown ass folks who like Disney. I'm not talking about that. Yeah. I'm talking about people who literally Disney is their identity.
Obsessed. Right.
They're obsessed with Disney. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Honestly, they're fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. No shade. No shade. I love you, and I think you're fantastic, and you have a place here. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. I will probably never come to your house.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't think it's toxic though, because I never have like my Lion King card checked. Like, hey,
right.
Like, I love the Lion King. Well, what? Name me how many lions were in Simba's pride. And I'm like,
the way they attacked the dude from Aladdin on Twitter.
Yes. Oh my God.
Now what you're talking about is talking about that group of people that I mentioned earlier, which is the second group, which means you're probably. I guarantee you. Here's what I'm gonna tell you right now. As a guess, I don't know these people, but you look at every Disney adult, right? Air quotes, that got super mad at that whole Aladdin thing, or all the people in Florida saying that like, oh, now they're brainwashed. Bitch, you don't watch Disney. You don't care about Disney. You were told to be mad at Disney by Fox News and Newsmax and everything else. These are that group of people. I'm telling you, when you got the weirdos that we're talking about, where everything in the house is Disney, and like they got Disney straight brims, they're probably like, oh yes, I love it. More. I want more. Like, they don't care. They're not mad at that shit. The people who always get mad at representation and diversity, they don't even like the fucking product. They just want to be mad.
They do. And the one time they watched it with their kids, they were complaining the whole time, like, fuck, man. How can you want to watch something,
Yeah, no, it's dumb. It's fucking dumb. They look. Let's be real. They're not serious people. Let's just
nah. All right. So
what do you got? What do you got, Robo?
My is definitely gonna be Star Wars also, I would say so for you is different because you're like a Star Wars head, like for real, right?
Yes.
Me, like most things in nerddom, I'm a casual. Like I say casual, I say casual, like more than a normie, right? Like so I've seen all of them multiple times. You play the games. I probably know more about the lore than somebody who's only
like your average person.
Yeah, like so I'm a little bit more than that because I'm a nerd, but
like you're just north of a casual. You're not like a full-on casual.
Here's I'll say it like this. I've never read a Star Wars novel. I've never read one story from the extended universe, right? So I don't know anybody this.
Well, that's good. It doesn't even matter anymore.
Right. So, but here's the thing. I'm also just to further, I like doing this to Judah because I can get, even when Judah knows I'm doing it on purpose, he still can't help himself. Like I'll make fun of the fact, I'll make fun of the fact that the extended universe is not canon. And I go further and show him quotes from George Lucas that calls the extended universe fan fiction, and it's not a part of my world. And I was like, well, it's not anymore, but it also kind of never was. And man, he was like, well, actually, and then I'm like,
you're the toxic one.
Yeah, really.
It's you.
But here's why they actually hate them the most. Because I'm a casual, I'm like, oh. It's like when we were talking about Suicide Squad.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you give me some Star Wars shit. Hey, look, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the Force. I'm looking for lightsabers. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me some space samurais and let's go.
I was hoping that the third one was ponchos.
I know, Blerd.
I was gonna say ponchos. Ponchos. I need ponchos.
That's good.
Ponchos.
But it's like I can't, bro. There's nobody out there. I'm talking not comic books, not nothing, not Star Trek, nothing. Where if I say, yeah, I like the whole Rise of the Skywalker thing. I like it. It was good. They get angry, and I'm not talking about the racist chud ones that just hate women. I'm talking about like what? Oh, they ruined it. That ruined everything. Like, oh, well, I like the prequels too. Like that was cool. No, what? It's like I'm like, shut up! Like these people get like ill. They get like angry, heart rate. Go to Walgreens and get inside the sleeve cuff because you probably need to check your blood pressure. Like
that's
angry.
Look. You know what would have made it all better though? They just would have put a fucking poncho in.
Just give him a poncho. Right. Just give him a poncho.
Hey. Bro, it worked for Luke. It worked for Luke. Luke had a poncho.
Let me give the context because I feel like in this
Qui-Gon had a poncho.
Usually it's Chris. Usually Chris is like the middle ground where Chris is like Sweden, where he's just like, hey, you two go at it. I don't know. It's true. Yeah. In this one, this was me because I can give two fucks either way. And I'm like, all I said was, what's the game?
Fallen Order. Yeah.
So here's the context for chat. All right, just say. So we're talking about our games and we're talking about Fallen Order. Now in Fallen Order, one of the complaints I had, not a big game, dope game, was like, oh man, like all they had were like ponchos. Like that was like the main thing. And there was like 72 ponchos. And then Blerd was like, yeah, that's awesome. Like I love that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Chris is like, okay, time out. You love it? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of weird. Even I was like, to be fair, I was like, do you mean love it? Like, you mean you didn't mind it? Like, and Blerd's like, no, I fucking loved it. Like I loved it. Like that is a part of why I finished the game. I love these parts. Now. And then I was like, at that point, unlike most subjects, I'm not saying this is normal of me, but at that point, I was like,
cool.
All right. I mean, that's you. Not Chris. Like, hold on, time out. So you're telling me, man, and I sat there, we were playing Hunt. I'm like, I guess we're not playing Hunt anymore because they went for like another 20 minutes about whether or not Pontius is worth the game.
Well, no, the funny thing about it too is this like, I mean, yeah, to be fair, yeah. I wish there was more variety in them, but I was, it was like, I didn't care. I was like, because honestly, what I wore most of the time was the black poncho.
Wait, to clarify, I wasn't pissed at Blerd. I was pissed at the game, bro. Because let's put it like this, bro. there is like a couple side quests. One of them in particular is dumb tedious, right? Where you got to go to like 3 different planets, collect these, but you get a fugly ass poncho, and I'm over here. I never wanted to burn a disc so hard, and then for Blerd to tell me like, yeah, I love that shit. I'm like,
bro.
You what's wrong with the gaming industry,
bro? That first frog, okay? Like, look, I'm not a sweat. That first frog you come up, that first one,
the tutorial boss.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, and like I'm like, no, I'm not stopping. And then like people are like, oh well, maybe if I go, you get more levels up later. I'm like, nah, because I almost get it, and I get killed. I'm not leaving. And bro, I was playing that shit like it was a Souls game. I'm like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. And I finally beat him. I threw the controller down. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. And they're like, bloop, a little pink poncho. I stared at that pink poncho for like 10 minutes. Like, what the fuck is happening?
So let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. In the second game, Jedi Survivor,
more ponchos.
No, well, actually, no. There actually aren't that many ponchos in the second game.
Even though the voice actor did say, or the actor that the
I remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah, was it Cameron Monaghan? Yeah. Well, the funny thing about it is they gave you way more styles of dress in the second game, which I actually thought was pretty cool too. But most of the time, I walked around dressed like Luke. Or whatever. Okay. Like I had the leather jacket with the combat pants and like a shirt or something like that. But no, so Ogdo Bogdo, I think is his name.
Yeah.
You can fight that motherfucker again in the second game, and if you beat him, you can unlock a challenge fight where you have to fight another I think it's it's son of Ogdo Bogdo. And then when you beat him, you get a challenge fight. You get to fight 2 of him at the same time. Let me tell you something. I almost broke a controller doing that shit. I beat him, but man, I almost broke a controller first. Because that motherfucker was cheap.
What did they give you? I thought you were about to tell me like, and they gave me a poncho. No, that would have made you happy.
They gave me a trophy. Gave me a trophy.
Actually,
no. You jest, but to beat Ogdo Bogdo, that they do give you I think that's how you get the poncho in that game, is to beat Ogdo Bogdo.
See, now if it was like one poncho and it looked dope or something, okay.
Yeah.
But like, when it's like
you get different colors. Because basically what they did, each item of clothing you get in the game, each one has multiple different colors. So like it's not just the one, you're technically getting multiple. You're not just unlocking one color of a poncho, you're unlocking a poncho with multiple different whatever. But that's all neither here nor there. I will say this, I wish Jedi Survivor would have had at least maybe 10% more ponchos. I feel like the game would have performed better on the charts.
Not the bugs. It's a nachos.
Yeah, it like honestly, it's an 8.5 out of 10 for me. But like, if they would have had ponchos, I'd have bumped it up to a 9.
A little bit more, right? Just a
little bit more. A little bit more.
It was 21 ponchos in Fallen Order. 20, bro. The legal age to drink. That's how many ponchos there are.
Chris, what fandom do you hate the most?
So it was a toss-up between the Naruto fans, the Dragon Ball Z fans, but the winner is.
Wait, before you say it, somebody said way earlier. I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not. Don't worry about it. It's like it was a while ago, but I just remembered they said DBZ can't be in the running because that shit ain't deep enough to get mad about. I was hoping Chris would see it.
I saw it. I saw it, and it's facts, right?
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Shit, I thought that was like
but because here's the thing. Okay, so
go ahead. Yeah.
Spoiler warning. My number 1 is Batman, right? But with DBZ, right? That's what pisses me off the most because it's literally not that deep.
No,
right?
It's not.
And I love DBZ, but it's the fact that you cannot enter a conversation with a motherfucker and then
Elite X1, that's what it was, yeah.
Just straight up saying, but can he be Goku? And it irks me every fucking time.
Bro.
The Batman stands or the Batsexuals are the absolute worst.
No, I'll give you that because like they will never concede anything. Batman always wins. Batman never does anything wrong. Batman does not make mistakes. And anytime Batman does something bad, he had a good reason for it. That's always like no one's willing to give like no one like you're not allowed to criticize Batman.
Not even at all. Not even at all. And like even within it, like within canon universe, like I remember I got into an argument about somebody about Batman like being like this massive hand to hand. By the way, I saw that, and the answer is yes. I will wear it. Sure. So
Is it wrong that I feel like sending you a poncho?
Tell you what,
I'd rock that motherfucker. I'd be like, all right.
If you send me a poncho, I will wear it the next stream.
I'd be like,
nobody will appreciate a poncho like Ernie though.
Oh yeah, no. Dude, no lie. When we had that conversation, I actually went and looked for some.
I know. You told me.
Yeah.
You said, I'm going to get a poncho right now.
This
and
is like, ridiculous.
I was like, next time, like whatever picture Ernie's going to post next, my money will be, he's going to be in that poncho.
But here's the thing, though. Who here is old enough to remember when there was a short, like, ponchos were in?
Yeah,
like 93, like 94. It was like
I'd even say close to 95, almost even. Like, so full disclosure, the reason why I like ponchos and Star Wars are so synonymous with me is because some of you may or may not know about the old Star Wars. It was a Star Wars. I'm trying to remember who made it. It was a Star Wars D6 role playing game. And like I mean, when I say this was old, I'm talking about this was old. This was who made this? This was West End Games. This is the old West End Games Star Wars tabletop RPG. This is not something you will find in a Barnes and Noble. You would literally have to get this off the internet because it does not exist anymore. This is it right here. I used to play this, and in this game, one of my characters, I had a character who, because this was around the time the prequels came out, and I was really into the idea of Darth Maul. Not so much Darth Maul himself. I just liked the species that he came from, and I made a character that was basically a Zabrak, like Darth Maul or whatever, and he was a bounty hunter, but instead of being like a Jedi, he wasn't a Jedi or anything, but he was just a badass. He was kind of more like a Spike Spiegel type, but that was his thing, is that he wore a fucking poncho, like he was fucking Wild West in it, and he had 2 pistols, and whenever like he would run, he would like, boom, pop the poncho up, pistols out, and I used to love shit like that because I'm an old Wild West head too, so that also doesn't help.
That's it. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. I was like, you know what's kind of weird? I don't know why I didn't think about this before. I was like, I'm thinking ponchos in my brain. I get very focused. I get very like, I'm thinking the game. I'm thinking awards. And then I'm thinking like, even when I'm like, I mean, did that many people have ponchos in Star Wars? I'm like, I guess, yeah, they had a couple, but man, why does this dude like them that much? And I never, ever, ever made the connection with Wild West. And I was like, just now when he said that, like, now I'm like, okay, like badass Wild West. Okay, I get it. Man.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. If you were a gunslinger in the Wild West and you wore a poncho, I loved you. I don't care how many women and children you killed.
Do you have a poncho? That's what we need to know.
Do you have a poncho?
Revolver Ocelot your favorite character in Metal Gear?
No, I actually never really took him terribly seriously, but I did like I like the style. I like the there you go. Like the I tell you what, you know what it was? It was the swagger. I like the swagger of Revolver Ocelot. I didn't really care so much for the character himself, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Which is weird because I'm the opposite. He's my favorite character in the Metal Gear series, but because of the character, not so much the swagger.
Oh, okay. You know what? Yeah. I'll give you that. Was it Sir G said like the man with no name? Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Man who sold the world.
Yeah,
I love that.
There is. I love that.
Hey,
song.
I just noticed that something was wrong with my with the chat window, and I wasn't logged into Twitch. So I saw earlier people were talking about the Cops cartoon and stuff. So if we weren't getting love from the Twitch side, it wasn't coming up on the chat. So I apologize for that.
Oh yeah, I have it pulled up on my side. It's okay. I think it just was being weird. It was weird. And I almost forgot something here for a sec. I almost forgot. I didn't do say the thing, Bart. 19 $19.99. Super chat. I didn't want to cheat you. Digimon, was it season 1 through 3 seasons? What are we talking about here? Oh, wait. Are we talking about we're talking about the Digimon versus Pokemon fandom? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, like the fans of the first season of the early Digimon are the most toxic?
Is that
I don't know.
Thank you, Elite X1. Elite X1 said it, and I kept blanking on the name. Cad Bane.
He really does. He does really know you.
Cad, yeah, he no, because I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if someone said, "Hey, Elite X1 is like the alternate Earth version of you," I would believe it. I would believe it. But no, another character I always liked was Cad Bane from the Clone Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
And he never really rocked a poncho per se, but the swagger of the character was definitely something I loved. And that's why I like that character. But getting back to it. Carry on. Batman is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Or rather, Batman fans, the fandom is a whole could be terrible.
Which is weird, because the way Blerd, she's not Blerd, Robo was explaining how we feel about Rick and Morty, that he wasn't even like saying out loud that he likes Rick and Morty. It's actually how I feel about Batman. Because I actually enjoy Batman. I actually enjoy, some of the comics, right?
What kind of toxicity would you say he is? Like, how are you describing his fans?
What's the adjective?
Because they're weird, right? And the way that they feel like everything, like he could beat anybody, which is always like, stop, calm down, right? That's why I kind of wish he had stayed in the Mobius chair. Like I wish he had kept that power, and then he would have been like, all right, bet. But
and then let Dick take over.
But that is also right. That would have been dope. But here's the thing: is that like it kind of falls in the same thing as like Disney adults, like. Okay, they're kind of weird about his power, but how are they toxic?
Well, no, it's literally when you're in any space, they'll infiltrate any fandom and just start talking about how Batman is. Name a character, Batman will probably beat him, right? And it's how aggressive they get. Hell, I had a homie that, and this is where I get annoyed, because you can't have a good debate, right? The mental gymnastics they will go through. I had a homie that like I would just killing with every point and be like, nah, but Batman, like they will justify his shit like they know him, right? For example, he brought up like that he could beat anybody hand to hand. I'm like, yeah, but then KG pieced him up so bad that Batman had to run away, lock him in a closet, and then 20 years later somebody had to rewrite that whole shit because like, oh wait, damn, Batman let that man die down there. Right? You're like, well, that was different.
Oh, I'll throw you one better. Folks like to pretend like Lady Shiva ain't got that ass before.
I mean, didn't Bane literally
break
his back? Like,
and never shut the fuck up about it? Like,
Oh,
Same thing with Black Adam. Black Adam de-transformed into his regular human self. And because Batman was talking sweet, like he goes like, all right, bro, run them hands, and he beat the brakes out of him.
Oh yeah,
and again, people are like, well, Batman knows 3,000 different martial arts. Shut the fuck up, bro.
No,
Batman only put hands on Superman because Superman lets him.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's something that like what was it? I can't go too deep into it because this is embargoed, but the next issue of Tom King's Wonder Woman actually goes into that a little bit, and I fucking loved it because Tom King cooked on that fucking segment of I
heard a lot of people talking about that on Twitter, the way that she was piecing up
Yeah, well, it's the fact that for me at least, it's the fact that even the fandom is to the point where even characters that are kind of derivative of Batman, who may even actually be better than Batman, people won't even give them credit. That's my other issue with the Batman fandom. Because like when you start bringing up characters like Moon Knight, you bring up characters like Daredevil, you bring up characters like Black Panther.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, right. No nobody wants to give them the credit and be like, oh yeah, no, Batman can tear them up. And it's like, I don't think so. Like, I mean, Batman's a bad motherfucker, don't get me wrong. But man, I'm not gonna lie, I think Moon Knight beat the fool out that man. Like, I think he would squeeze the peach tea out of his ass.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Here's the shit that Batman fans or a lot of people like this. Here's the shit they don't want to accept. Now, I hate the direction I'm about to go because I hate when I'm having fun and I want to like hear like, oh, let's not you can have a versus conversation without going where I'm gonna go. But this is what I think the toxic people are forgetting. Listen, the reason why Batman wins as much as he does, why he would probably win in a fight against Moon Knight or a fight against Shang-Chi is only, and this is the part where I hate when people go, but this is the truth there. It's because Batman is a moneymaker, and those are all side characters, so they're not going to have side characters beat the moneymaker. You know what I mean? And it's like the writing, the production, they're not going to make. You know what I mean? But if you want to like take out like the fourth, remove the fourth wall, get inside of it. There's no way that motherfucker's beating somebody like anybody with powers, period. You know what I mean? He's super smart, but he's not superhuman smart.
Not only that, people just straight up ignore the simple fact that his prep time comes from him getting his ass beat the first time.
Yeah.
Every like villain that he has like prep time that he couldn't beat always came after he got rocked. That's why Failsafe
got his shit cooked.
That's why Failsafe was that big of a threat, because Failsafe took all the knowledge he had prior in how to prep, all the prep time and beat everybody else. Anyways, my point is, Batman is a bitch. Fuck you, Bruce.
Yeah. And to make my point, look at every time we've had an amalgam or any of those type of shits where they go head to head against like another peak. What happens every time? They both are like all fucked up. They're both like neck and neck, all 12 rounds. And it's like, oh my God, they're just so evenly matched. Bitch, no, they both make you the same amount of money. And so then you figured out a way to make it so neither one loses. But if it was some side character, you'd be like, all right, let that motherfucker go in. I don't care if people buy his comic or not.
I remember when motherfucker said that Batman can put paws on Spiderman. And I'm like, bro.
Oh my God, dude.
You guys need to shut the fuck up. Parker would destroy him while leaving the building.
Yeah.
No. Folks need to calm the fuck down with that shit, because I'm sorry, but like, look, man, Batman can get his ass kicked. There's a good reason why Batman, like, they have to write Batman the way that he's written, because honestly, if they didn't write him the way he was, he would just be Hawkeye. And what I mean by that is that he would just be a guy you wouldn't take seriously. Or Green Arrow. He's a character, because honestly, do we look at Hawkeye and Green Arrow the same way we look at Batman? Because honestly, they're the same fucking type of character. They are a regular dude amongst a group of
with
money Arrowverse to make him into a Batman archetype.
Yeah. Well, I'll even throw you one better. Green Arrow literally only exists because DC wanted to make more money off of Batman. They were like, ooh, this Batman shit's selling. Let's make another one.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. And it goes from there. But my whole thing with this is that, like, the reason why people...
Right there.
Yeah. It's you... Yeah, no, 100%. The Arrow show was Batman.
We got no rights. Yeah.
They literally had him going up against Batman villains on the regular. And it was like, dude, it's like, come on, man. I was like, honestly, I was kind of sad we never actually got a Green Arrow show. But like, no, I feel like people would not take Batman seriously if they didn't write him the way they wrote him, because they know that people are going to look at these guys and say, oh, this dude's standing next to Superman and Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern and Flash and Wonder Woman. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Seriously. Like,
no, you don't understand. He's just that smart.
No, I remember this one in the Batman animated series, right? Not the Batman animated series, excuse me, on the Justice League animated series.
Gotcha.
Where like the show finale, right? And Darkseid tried to hit Batman with the Omega beams, right? And Batman did some finesse and dodged it. He goes like, nobody in the universe has ever been able to dodge my Omega beam. And I'm over here like, bro, the writers are really pushing that shit, because Superman can't dodge it. And if you know, like, if you write a character in such a way that the speed of light takes hours to catch up to him, there's no reason. I don't care how much acrobatics Batman has. There's no way that you can hit Superman consistently and not Batman.
And well, no, especially considering the fact that Superman, on many occasions, while he is not said to have the Speed Force, he is often kept up with speedsters who have the Speed Force. Like he's kept up with the Flash. So it's like
I saw that scene. I saw that scene in Zack Snyder.
It was like,
oh yeah.
Listen. I know Zack Snyder hate is popular right now, but let me just say, that scene was kind of dope.
That's actually like that's one of the few. Like you know how like you can watch a movie. It's like, man, well, yeah, that movie was trash, but man, there was that one good part. That's that one good part.
Man, when he's going, and he's like, I see you, bitch. It's like, yeah.
Okay. That would put the fear of God in me, right?
Like,
oh
no, 100%.
And I can routinely
and
move.
It did. You know Remember the Flash? He's like, that motherfucker's looking at me.
I know.
I
tell you what. Look, this is one of the things I kind of want to hit, and then I kind of want to get out of here.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Dr. Weird with the $4.99. Thank you for that.
First $4.99.
Yeah, dude, I love it. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't even see. Yeah, I didn't even see it. But that was. I appreciate it. Thank you. But also, I do want to touch on something that Mithrandir brought up. That Peter Parker fans are getting to the defensive level the Spider-Man fans are, or to the Batman fans are today. And I'm here to tell you,
that's because of Miles Morales, man.
That too, but also. I'm going to say it. Nobody hates Spider-Man like Spider-Man fans. like people fucking love Spider-Man and hate that motherfucker too at the same time. Spider-Man fans are entitled. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, who drew that? That is so sick.
That is...
Like, I've never been jealous of another man's fingers.
Right? Dude, like, bruh. I don't remember who fucking did this one. I do not remember. And I feel like it's actually somewhere on the page. I will have to look that up, but part of me just based on, no, I don't know. Actually don't know. Don't know. I'm not even gonna try and fucking lie and say I know. Oh, but like whenever Spider-Man has any level of change, people fucking hate him. And I'll give you credit. There have been changes that Spider-Man has had that I think are not great. And some I don't like at all. I started like when the current Amazing Spider-Man run started, I did not hate it at first. I only grew to dislike it as it went on, and it just got dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. And I was like, you know what? Y'all aren't taking this seriously. Neither am I. I'm out.
Got it.
Meanwhile, Miles Morales has been lit.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, my dude got a whole anime electricity sword. He's got whole anime villains, and he's tackling Peter Parker's villains better than Peter Parker does sometimes.
He was the only one that kept up with Anansi for a little bit while everybody else got put to sleep.
Yeah, everybody else is getting put down. But the thing that I find interesting about Spider-Man fans, though, is that while they don't like anything it's like they want Peter Parker to always be the way he's always been, but at the same time, they still want something new from him. It's like they can't make up their minds. It's like, no, I want
a struggle.
Yeah, like it's like, I don't know. It's like they're and it's not even just that. I feel like when it comes to the not even just the comics, but we saw this very recently with the actress behind the face model for the Spider-Man games.
The game. Yeah.
And she caught some heat. I'm trying to remember the young lady's name.
She's talking about the switch between the phases?
Well, no, she was talking about how like people were calling her, and her name's Stephanie. Here's the thing: people were saying that she was ugly. I'm sorry, that woman's not ugly. Like I just want to
not even a little bit.
No, she is not even close to fucking ugly. Okay, that woman is fine. Okay, I will concede that the way that they use her for her face model to make MJ, I mean, yeah, they sometimes we say church it up. They kind of churched it down a little bit, but I get why they did it, because like honestly, I don't think Peter deserves a woman this fine. If we're being brutally honest with ourselves, like
the way they've always drawn Mary Jane has always been like, get the fuck out of here, get out of here.
I was like, dude, look, I was like, first off, ain't no fucking way, ain't no fucking way.
I felt that way when in all those run that Peter dates Liz, and I'd be like, word, bro, this what you're pulling?
Oh no, here I got it right here, like right here. This is the actual like face model for MJ. And people were blowing up her phone. People were blowing up her work phone and stalking her, demanding her to speak to them. And basically, I think she said recently, like on social media, that she doesn't even want to audition for more roles now. She just wants out the game. And I think that's kind of fucked up. That's
what happened to Laura Bailey after she played Abby.
Yeah.
Angel Medina. Okay, that's all I was doing the whole time.
What?
Angel Medina is the artist.
Got you. Yeah.
I had to
couldn't remember it either.
I had to screenshot it. I had to go to Google Lens, and then there's some people making calendars. Now I'm gonna find it. Cover of Sensational Spider-Man number 23 in 2006. Angel Medina.
Yes.
Okay. And now he can sleep.
He can sleep.
Which
by the way,
who is she? She's good looking.
MJ, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, no, I think it's funny too, because like Angel Medina, I just want to say shout out. Can we say shout out to the brown folks in the comics industry these days? Because man, I ain't gonna lie, some of the best artists right now in comics, brown as a motherfucker. I've been seeing your Angel Medinas, your Jorge Jimenez's, your Pepe Larraz's, your Carmen Carneros. Just saying, man.
By the way, the way you say Jimenez, the Jimenez's took me out. Next time I see somebody, I cannot wait to call them that.
He corrected himself.
I was like,
Jimenez. Sorry.
The Jimenez. I cannot wait. They sound like, what's your last name? Carlos Jimenez. Oh, Jimenez.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Thank you. So many people gonna hate because of you. I love it.
Hey, look, hey. That's a skit right there. That's a skit. That's a skit. Go. It's already written. But no, I feel like, what was it? Someone said, what was the RE remake voice actor for Ada? She caught smoke. And here's the funny thing. There were people, did you know there are people who didn't know Ada Wong was not white?
Wong could be a white name. It's a pretty English name. I think it comes from Scotland. Wong.
Yeah. No, I think it's
right.
It's Irish.
Yeah.
I mean, I try. I y'all don't want me rolling R's out here, y'all. Y'all really don't. Y'all. You don't want that. You don't want that. Trust me. Yeah, something bad might happen. But no. That I don't know. Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah. Here's the thing. You know what the best part about, or the best thing you can do for your fandoms? And I want to make sure I say this because I don't want anyone to think that, we're shitting on everybody's favorite things and, oh my God, you're not allowed to enjoy anything. Look, you can love the thing. You can love the fandom, but you don't have to perpetuate the behavior of the fan. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You don't have to, you can be part of the solution, not part of the problem. I feel like, in my experience, when I encounter someone who, and I think this actually happened in your server, Robo, I encountered a mutual of ours, Dakota, who is an artist. And when he made a passing mention that he liked Blade of the Immortal. And myself, a man of culture, also likes Blade of the fucking Immortal. I was like, bruh, I was like, dude, I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to be like,
That's how much of a casual I am. I didn't know I had the book. I didn't have that book. I didn't know I had the book until you showed it. That's not a casual. I'm like, Blade Immortal. I have to check that out.
Yeah, he's like, oh wait, it's on my shelf.
I get that one. Yeah. You bought it because it was the cover, right? Hardcover. And I said, yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, hardcover. Hard. Dude, I like hardcovers.
The gold leaf on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Look. And not only that.
Silver leaf.
Oh no. And not only that. Look here. Wait a minute.
I need to buy comics again.
So like right here, where you can get that where you get that built-in bookmark. Yeah. That's neat.
That fake leather cover. Is
yeah. It's all like because I got
I got it right here too, guys. I just bought it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Now this
That's
one
a whole
actually
ass
reads
right there.
It may as well. This is King James shit.
Yeah,
like King James shit. But no,
Just.
I like he's like, I'm just gonna sit here and read this on my phone. And
Okay. I'm seeing how much it cost.
You don't want to know. Yeah, there's a reason why I don't. There's a reason why I don't bother them anymore.
He's like, no, I'm good. He's like, I'm good. Well, here's the thing.
Those books right there. Why I get so excited for Moda.
He's like, okay, I can get the others.
All right, I can eat this month.
I can get that next one. No, I need it because apparently I keep looking for that fucking TMNT Volume 14 hardcover, and motherfuckers are asking for Action Comics #1 prices. Motherfuckers out here trying to charge $300, $400 for that shit.
Is it like a first appearance of something, or what the fuck's
No, it's out of print.
And so they know it.
They know that shit. They know. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's out of print. Like, 'cause I don't think there's anything popping off in it that's like particularly special. I just want it.
Say something about Storm and watch me. Wait, what part? Like that you'll defend her, or you think she's?
He's like, no, we just gonna pop off.
Yeah,
but no,
did not say something about Storm.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. I just want to I just want to put this out here, man. Look, I say nurture fandoms. When I encounter people who like the things I like, I want to be closer to them. Unless they're weird. You get weird, then I don't want to be around you. But like, if you can be a decent human being and not make shit weird, I mean, yeah, I want to get to know you. I want to learn more about why you like the thing that I love. I think that it builds community, and that's kind of a lot of the reason why I do what I do. What's up?
Well, that's how we became friends.
Yeah,
literally all three of us.
Yeah, it was
mutual interest. Yeah, and then.
That's exactly what it is.
Because like everybody, like a majority of people know that me and Robo used to work together and stuff like that, but we were nowhere near as close till after I left Hawaii and we stopped working. You know what I mean? And I mean, we were cool. We would talk. We would shoot the shit.
Twitch? Oh,
this? Twitch.
You talk about games like that, and then all of a sudden, boom,
boom, yeah.
It goes from there.
Same thing with Judah. Judah worked for me, and he was just. Some nerdy guy who worked in my office, but then all of a sudden it was like, oh, you like comics like that? And like I used to like comics, and then boom, now we're friends. Yeah.
But
and
that's how it should be.
I remember like the first thing that Blerd said to me when he had to be on stage because we were gonna play DVD. He goes like, "Oh, this man is playing. What was the game? Hold up, Blood Rain. He's a man of culture." And I was like, "He likes platformers. That's my."
That's my shit. That's my shit.
That's my friend. Like Jesus Christ.
He's like he's one of the good ones. No, I mean, but yeah, I feel like
you said I say that shit.
I said it, y'all. I said it. It was me.
I don't got the locks.
It was me. Oh,
I was a little weird. I'm like, why are you? No locks. Yeah.
So I will say this.
Parting words?
Those were my parting words. I mean, just be nicer. Yeah. Be nicer to your fandoms. Treat them better than they treat you. And I feel like we should come together over the things we love, not so much over why people love them or how people love them. I think that's more important. It's the idea of trying to dictate who is worthy of loving the same thing as you, I think is a weird thing. Just be happy someone likes what you like. You make more friends that way. Yeah, that too. I guess I think I took us out last time, didn't I?
You did.
I think I did. Yeah. Robo, you take us out.
Ladies, gentlemen, MBs, that is the end of the show. This is Nerds of Culture. We got Ernie Blerd Without Fear, myself, Left Face TV, and just Chris Cypher. Do us a favor. Look in the description. Check us out. I uploaded some new shorts. We're going to be loading more stuff up on the Nerds of Culture playlist. Just Chris Cypher is still putting out funny shit. Look, hook it up. A share, a like. It's all free. We appreciate the support. Yeah, like, hey, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. We out.
Peace.